Okay.
Hey, Ness.
It's a little bit hard when you're doing it all on your little Pat Malone, isn't it? Oh,
It is different.
Deary me.
You know?
I'm like, start, stop.
We've got someone to bounce off. It's a lot easier, that's for sure.
Mate. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
I'm all flustered. So, Shannon, the big match with my man.
Yeah, mate. 20 years in the making, this one.
Oh.
It really is. It's been a long time making.
Yeah.
And Brent didn't really, he was a bit surprised when I spoke about it, but I think after a bit he sort of understood about our history and what it's about, and there's no animosity there or anything like that. I just wanted to know that when my career finishes, we had our match.
Yeah.
You know, because it got spoken about so many years.
Yep.
We had a few matches, smaller matches, but we always spoke about having a bigger one. The bigger matches back in the day were very rare. Now a $10,000 match is like, oh, well, that's a small one. It's crazy how things have changed.
Yeah, it is. And how have you prepared for the match? You've been preparing okay?
I've practiced harder than I've practiced in a long time.
Yep.
I feel like I've done the work that's required.
Yep.
I've just got to try and take it out there and soak the pressure up, and that's what you practice for.
Yep.
When you face those pressure moments, to be able to handle it. So hopefully I've done enough work.
Yep.
I know Brent's got to prepare very well. I know exactly what I'm up against, and I can't bring my B game in. I know that. It has to be up to standard. So for me, this was a test. You know, I think Brent mentally is one of the strongest players in Australia, and how he can handle himself in different situations and just wave it off is so impressive. You know, and it's such a strong strength. So to play him, it's a real test to what I've been working on, and to give me an idea where I stand.
Yeah, excellent. No, that's awesome, and I appreciate that feedback. Like as his wife, you know, like
I know you were a bit concerned when I wanted to play him.
Yeah, I still want you to be our sponsor. I need tables, mate.
Nothing will change. I promise that.
Yeah.
I'll give him a hug at the end of the night. Either way,
yeah.
I want 8 Ball to be the winner.
Yes.
I know a lot of people are excited to see this match. Hopefully, we can put a good match on. The money is the money. It's nothing. It comes, it goes. You know, it's not about that. It's a bigger picture, and that's about it.
All right. Well, you've got some massive support here tonight, so it should get quite loud, I would imagine.
I would imagine it will.
I would imagine you smashers will get quite loud, but all the best, and
Thanks, Ace.
obviously I'm going to be going, come on, Dale.
That's fair enough. Expect nothing less.
It's just how I roll, and but I love you either way, you know that.
Yeah, cool. Right. Thanks, Alan.
Best of luck. All right, so we're going to grab in Brent Reid now. Coming through, Dale.
Hi, babes.
Hi, babes. Well, this feels weird.
Yes.
So how have you prepared for your match, and how are you feeling?
Feeling obviously anxious and a bit nervous, which is what you want. I know it's going to be a tough match. I've prepared the best I could prepare, and I know Shannon would have prepared. And I think I might have just heard him saying that it's 20 years in the making.
Yeah, he did. He had a lot of really nice things to say too.
I think we played once before there, or a couple of times before there, Norse. So we played a couple of times. Should be a great match.
Yep. And you've got quite a crowd here yourself here tonight, so
it's great. Shannon's got heaps of supporters. I've got heaps here. I imagine it'll get loud, and looking forward to it.
Excellent. And so we've got our referee Michael, who looks after all our main events. He's amazing. So, well, from me to you, Dale. Obviously, I'm hoping that you win. I'm a little bit biased. But,
I'll be just giving 100% and doing the best I can.
Excellent. Play well. All right, guys. So we're going to. They'll lag, I assume. Has this table been ironed, do you know? Yes? They ironed it? Yeah. Okay, I must have missed that. So I'm just going to mute this for a second while I just get it all set back up. And we're getting ready to kick off the main event, race to 21 for 11,000. Won't be too long. Okay, so we're about to kick off. Brent won the lag.
To get Barney over.
Yeah, well, whoever wants to come and do a bit of a ref. I don't know that Ryan will actually do too much. Want to do this? Come on, someone do it. I'm no good at it.
Yeah, you can watch.
So yeah, Ryan may do a bit, but he may not do a lot. Ryan, he's done it all day, the poor love. He probably just wants to sit back and chill bang.
Yeah. Well, where's,
Come on, Dale.
Get Rusty over here. I'll get Rusty over.
Yeah. Brent wants to mark the table where he breaks. And, but yeah, the answer's no, Brent. Okay, guys, camera needs adjusting, can't see bottom rail. Yeah, no, that's, the one for that one, Justin, is because that's on the interview camera. So you should be able to see the bottom rail in this one. This one's a little bit closer up. So I will check on the YouTube to see how it looks. And I know I've got some messages from people today, and I will endeavour to get back to you. It's just difficult. Yep, that looks fine. We can see all pockets. Yeah, we have an interview cam which sort of gets a bit different. So yeah, all good. Yes. How you going, Gruff?
Oh, really good.
That's good. How did you feel in your match?
Not bad. Started off a bit scratchy.
Mm-hmm.
Had a couple frames. Obviously, we were both under the pump, feeling a bit of pressure. And had a real scrappy middle where we both made a lot of errors, and then at the end of it, he just obviously was under the pump with the scoreboard, and that made me be able to just let the arm go and just have a run away with it, and started to play some good pull towards the end. But overall, I was pretty happy. At the end of the day, I got the chocolates, so woo!
You did get the chocolates. So to those, I'll, for all the winners over the weekend as well, because there's like, I don't know, $40,000 in my bank.
Yeah.
It'll take
it towards the deposit.
Yeah, it's going towards my deposit on my house. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
So yeah, but no, it's actually not.
Yeah.
We're going to the casino, really. No.
Yeah.
No, so it'll just be deposited into the winners' accounts over the next few days. Everybody knows that. They're all pretty good with it. They know that I'm busy. Rusty's about the only one that always comes to me and says, "Have you got any cash on you, Nessie? Have you got any cash?"
Yeah, well, pretty much I had...
yes, Giles.
I pretty much had my main backer, my good mate Mark, business partner also, and he basically just said to me, just don't even worry about it, just go and play your game, and that made me feel a lot better than knowing that, I'm playing for a huge coin. And
makes it easier.
Yeah, kids enjoyed it.
Yes, Brent. Yeah, I could hear Jess. She's going, "Come on, Daddy."
Yeah,
Did you hear her?
Yeah, she was loving it. I was actually asking her to get a little bit loud for me because I needed a bit of cheering going on. So no, she was awesome. So
yeah. No, I think we've had some. There's been a lot of people here throughout the day, and some good pool.
Yeah.
Close matches and tight. They were all tight. Come on, Reedy.
So he's still got two here, is he? He's still got two. And
yes.
I reckon he needs
does.
one anyway. So it just tap. He's been playing some good pool. I owe a lot of me success to having sessions with him because he takes it really serious.
He does. He's one of the most serious players, isn't he?
We had a lot of races at 21. He normally gives me a little bit of start, and he tries to track me down, and sometimes he does and sometimes he doesn't, but he also spent a lot of time showing me the right balls to go and when to switch on and stuff, so I owe a lot of me credit to him as well.
Awesome. You know, every time I come home from work, there's somebody there playing pool every day.
And then you walk in and then start cooking the dinner.
And then I walk in and cook everyone dinner,
Yeah.
even if they're shit.
Yeah.
We can't eat them, and we end up making toasted sandwiches.
Cheers, mate. Cheers, Rob.
Oh.
Thanks, mate. Cheers, bud.
Yeah, you can have a beer now. I might even have a cider.
It's always good to get the first win on the board.
It is.
You're not chasing one down, you know. It's like almost a 2-frame deficit. So it'll be good psychologically for Reedy to knock in the first one and get himself on the board. And
Well, I said that I predicted it when your match was on. I just said I reckon we'll get these boys on. It won't be 5 o'clock, but it'll be 5:30. And here we are at 5:49, and we've been going for.
we actually started 4 minutes, 40 minutes.
4
late,
minutes.
didn't we? 40
Oh no.
minutes late, about
Average
1:30,
watch time.
22, we probably kicked off.
Yeah. I don't know how long we've been going anyway. 17 minutes. So there you go. I was right. 5:30.
Yeah.
2 minutes. I was out by 2 minutes.
Yeah. Well.
Well, there you go. That's probably because I chatted so much.
Yeah. Time flies.
Yeah, Stars.
I think this one's the better table of the two.
Yeah. Played well.
I played on both in the Invitational last weekend,
Okay.
and I just feel that this one is the better table and doesn't roll. You know, my last couple of frames, I think I was just rolling them in, and they didn't deviate. So
Yep.
I think this table's a good one.
Yeah. Well, the tables here are quite good, aren't they?
Well,
They really look after them.
Yep.
How does it look on your screen, guys? I mean, I'm 49 next week, and I need. I think I need my glasses on
Yeah.
a little bit more often. For me, it looks okay. So is Toby still with us? Where is this being played? It's at Q Masters, Grim.
Right across from Suncorp Stadium.
Yeah. Yeah, we've been playing a lot of our yes, Brent. Been playing a lot of our money matches out of here because the tables are so good. We're going to trial the Christmas Cup this year up at Ipswich. You guys have played there.
Yeah, we played Q
got
Cup there. Great venue.
Yeah, the clubhouse there. They've
Awesome setup. Very accommodating to the pool players, great food. So I had nothing bad to say about the joint, to be honest, and I actually enjoyed playing there. Tables were great.
Yep.
And I think it's only, I think actually people have got nothing good to say about the Ipswich Clubhouse at the moment, so
Yeah.
I'd be happy to play there anytime.
Yeah. Well, these we thought we'd trial the. We thought we'd trial the main event. I'm looking at the word main event. Trial this year's Christmas Cup up there.
Yeah.
And it's a club. It's the Ipswich Clubhouse. So get them to make money.
They've actually got quite a few tables up there, so it'll be easy to get through the games if you get your big draw like you did last year. What did you get? 128, was it? Full card?
128, yeah.
Yeah.
We actually we turned a couple of people away. So this year, if you need to, get your money in, get your interest in.
Reddy's found a little bit of dust on the ball here, so I think
No, I think he's saying watch this shot
watch
because
this
he's
shot.
going for the top yellow. I think he's on yellow, isn't he?
Yeah, he's on yellow. He just got to dig into it. Try to pull off the left-hand side of it, and then just didn't get into it enough. But he can still cut this to the right-hand side of the black, but
Yep.
I think that's his only shot to try and promote it and get in front of that red that's sitting on the rail there dead. I reckon he goes that way. But if he doesn't get a clip on this other yellow on the court, his white ball goes flying up the top. And
Oh, I didn't get a photo of you guys.
oh, that's all right. Nice.
I might get Jodes.
You like that option better.
I'll be back. I'm just going to ask Jodes if she can, because we can just do your score thing, just get a photo. I think I've got to get one of, because it's just so, it gets to be so hectic. So just bear with me.
Yep, no worries.
Got to keep chatting into that though.
Yeah. I think he just promotes this. I think he just bounces it, puts it over the pocket. Yeah, good shot. No, Nessie's coming back now.
Hey.
I need
What?
support, mate.
Oh, you're just sitting there, are you?
No, I
Like a
just-
stale bottle of wee-wees.
Too busy drinking.
Yeah.
No, mate. Hey, all I know, I got your money.
Too soon.
Oh, too soon.
It doesn't work. I'd like to do a shout out too to our referee Mark, who did your the other match for Ollie and JJ.
Yeah.
He did another match this morning and one last night. Unreal, thank you.
Yeah, I actually I played this. I actually played Mark.
2 sexes.
Mate, listen, there's nothing. Yeah, they're Newcastle, me and you, mate.
I think. I can't help that, bruv. It's my OCD.
Oh, that's what happens, isn't it?
Yeah. If Brent's on that side, he can't be on the other side.
Yeah.
And they always call Shannon red anyway.
Yeah.
So yeah. Cheers.
Yeah,
Ooh,
cheers, Nessie.
good win.
Thank you. So,
How did you feel in your first match?
really good. I was just mentioning before when you talked about Mark, your ref. I played him in Q Cup, and it was a bit of we were on the hill type of thing. It was a bit of a tight match, and I think I had a decent out, but I needed 4 balls to win. And I was that excited that I went and gave the team high five, and I left him out. And he was still standing there waiting for me to shake his hand.
Oh,
but,
yeah.
he's all good now. But
Come on, Reedy.
I'll give him some apologies for that. But
Yeah.
that's what happens when you're in the zone, I suppose.
Yeah, that's right.
So he's probably going to try and get the blackout off this shot.
Is that just me, or does that look blurry to you?
Great shot, really. Bit stiff. No, it's not too bad. I can't actually see if that yellow goes next to the red.
Might not.
And if it doesn't, it must go.
I've got to get photos. I've spoken with Maddie. We'll get Jodes. She'll take them for me because I can't move my phone.
Oh, okay. Did you get you didn't even get JJ in that either? JJ and Ollie?
No, I've got to get. She's going to do JJ. I don't know if Ollie is still here. He might come back.
Yeah. So when's the next lot of matches happening? What are they, like 3 months down the track? You do like 4 a year, or?
Oh no, we don't even do that. I think the last one was in May, wasn't it? Shot Shannon. Yeah, it won't be this side of Christmas. It'll be after Christmas. Usually, probably February. I think February was the last. We had February, May, and October.
Yeah.
I think February was that was the Steve Lee's fundraiser that we did. May he rest in peace.
Yeah, no, it definitely wasn't good.
No.
Legend
But we
of the
managed
game.
to raise 10,000 for that.
Yeah, that was really good.
Close to. I'm talking like a few dollars off.
So you give him a
Yep.
bit of a smile before he.
Yeah,
which is
he
good.
loved it. Bless him.
Yeah.
BJ said he couldn't wipe the smile off his face for the whole next week. He was that full of adrenaline. He, a legend of the game.
Yeah, definitely.
He used to captain. He was captain, I think, of one of when Brent used to play for Queensland or something, and Brent was telling a story about how he came out one day and told them all off, and he like abused them F-bombs and this and that. And,
Yeah.
yeah. It didn't. He said. I said, "Oh, did it help?" And he says, "Nah, we still lost."
Yeah. I think he just.
What does Shannon do here?
He just stuns into this red in the middle, and I'm pretty sure the red goes down past the yellow on the rail there.
Yeah.
And it's just basically a stun out and a black in the middle.
Yep. Oh. Okay.
Oh, the ref's in the way, I couldn't even see it.
Yeah.
Hey mate, can you move?
Michael's. You can see it on here. Michael's one of the best refs we've got for our main event.
Yeah.
Now we've got Mark and we've got George.
He's standing exactly right in front of our commentary at the moment.
So we're just looking at the screen.
And all I see is a black shirt.
Brent may have a Shot on that inner yellow. No, he doesn't like it.
Didn't like it.
No. Well, for me, he's left him on that
He just
to
takes the one.
cut that red,
and he just
chip that red in.
I'm going to say that he just plays the red in the middle, skims down off the black, punches the red out, and if he gets lucky, he might even play it in the centre opposite side. No.
Yeah. Yeah, see, Brent made a bad error there.
Yeah, no, definitely
me.
wasn't good. Early days, but
I've got stuff on my fingers. Can you just put a plus on that? No, with the mouse.
Oh.
There's a plus and an update. Update.
yeah.
Yep. Thank you.
Oh, well, Shannon goes to a 2-1 lead.
2-1.
I think the first part is the hardest. Opening, hard to frame. They'll start to find their rhythm, settle into it.
Yeah.
It'll be a bit scratchy from both players, probably.
Oh, Maddie's there. Would you be able to do me a favour?
Yeah.
Get Jodes to take a photo with you and Maddie and just put your score on that board. And yeah, try and get a photo, even if somewhere nice, I don't know. Even over here.
Yep.
Even bring that scoreboard over here, just so we can get a nice photo across the table. Thank you. Yes. I'm always nervous when Brent plays. Suffer some anxiety. I'll have to try and find, I'll get JJ at some point to come and do a commentate as well. Yes, babes. Come on, Dale. Always different when your own man's playing. I've got, and a big thank you to Jodes, who's taking some photos for me of the players, so I can put it all on Facebook. I can't move my phone, and every time I take a photo, it makes the stream go funny. I'm just going to mute this for a sec, guys, because I have to move away. Hang on a sec. Gruffy needs someone to talk to. And I'm not really good at it.
Winner, winner. Come and sit down, JJ.
No worries, Gruffy.
How do you feel, mate?
Oh, pretty good.
Yeah?
Yeah. It's not easy out there, as you know,
I
but
know.
it was good. Yeah.
Did you have any like good parts of your match where you thought you were going good, or you just?
I think I'd, like started strong, and then gave him a couple back, and then he won a couple. So then all of a sudden it's tight,
Yeah.
And then stayed with me, and then he jumped at one point. I think he jumped one frame ahead. So then I sort of had to, all right, what's going on here? Need to knuckle down a little bit.
Yeah.
I managed to get a couple. And then just got a couple of little runs, mini runs at the end, and that was enough to finish it off.
Yeah.
A couple of nice pot outs, and to his credit, Ollie, when he was under the pump, when I was on the hill, he still managed to pull out a nice pot out to keep himself in it for another frame. Yeah, so no, it was good match.
Yeah, no, I obviously didn't get to see you play because I was playing my own game, but I was seeing a little bit of shots in the time, and you both looked like you had your moments where you was playing some good stuff. And,
yeah. I don't think anyone will be disappointed.
No, definitely not.
Watching, so especially having both our matches at the same time, I think it's good. It's always something for the viewers to watch,
Yeah, and it does, and put the pressure on the one game. I'm actually glad that it wasn't like this, where all the limelights on the one frame.
Everything's on the one, yeah.
At least they can, hopefully they're watching the other table when you play a bad one,
Yeah, true.
But really, you've got a bit of work to do,
Yeah. He started strong and Shannon answered.
Yeah.
3 times in a row. He's got nice focus, I think.
And once you get a bit of a lead, it's hard to come back when the other guys just got momentum.
It is. This is an extra long match, so you're probably going to see a little bit of a swing here and there. It's just a matter of who holds on.
There hasn't been too many tap-ups in the first 4 games, so...
No, it's been good quality.
And if this one goes in the top, I think it's just pretty natural. The plant into the middle, play the one in the middle, and the black down in this corner towards us. And
he's just left himself a little bit tough here.
I think it's just a dribble in, come off the rail a little bit.
Yeah, but they're tough, You leave the wide on the rail. They're a weird angle, those ones, but he played at the right pace. That's the right shot for sure.
But now he's left a big pocket for Reedy for that yellow to go up there after one of these shots. Probably play the 2 down the bottom.
Yeah, that is a shame. We've got to take him now.
Yeah.
And then it's,
And there's elementary pull up, right?
Yeah.
And the Sunny Coast had 2 wins, mate, in the Q Cup and the other one, didn't
we lost the final of the Q Cup. We went through undefeated and then lost the final to Darling Downs, who finished 8th and fought their way through, so good on them. And they're a good bunch of blokes.
Because they finished 8th, didn't they? They finished 8th, and then
been playing them for years. They're good guys.
Yeah.
And they had the run of it in the final, and good on them,
Yeah.
But our Country Cup guys, they went through undefeated as well, and then lost the first final, but they won the grand final. Fought their way back.
Yeah.
So having a strong year. It's good.
Yeah, no, they're very solid. Got Jazzy behind us.
Checking it out.
This is we go partying after, don't we, Jazz?
Yeah, we do.
Big time.
What's the ETA, do you reckon? What time are we rolling in?
I haven't probably done this since my 20s where I stay out all night. And
He's
then
pulled
just,
up early.
just keep going, but if the night just keeps going, I'll just stay up.
Yeah, good plan.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll work.
Yeah.
I do it every weekend.
I've mentally prepared myself, but I came here to win the match and then party at Jazz's all night. I'm good.
We've been good mates now for how many years?
I don't know, 20 or something.
Yeah, a long time.
It's been a while.
Great show.
Been a while.
And you've still not been to the...
Yeah, you were just a kid then. Yeah.
You've still not been to the New Grove?
I haven't been to the New Grove. No, we your opening party last year, I was coming, and then we all know what wrecked it.
Yeah.
And then I just haven't had the chance. Been busy. So
It's
looking forward to it.
He's survived the.
It's been the toughest what now? Near 2 years.
Yeah, pretty close.
You know, it's been really tough.
Yeah.
And mentally damaging.
But you just come out through the other side and you
Yeah, well, we hope so. We hope things keep going and there's no more dramas.
get the borders open and away we go.
Yeah, you've got to hope things move forward in a positive manner. And we've never had a chance to really open properly.
Yeah, that's right.
We opened 16 days at the new
Nice
venue
break.
prior to the 3-month lockdown, and we've never opened under no restrictions. So we've always had capacity limits and restrictions on what we can do. And sort of forever been fighting Queensland Health as to what we can and can't do. And we don't know what potential it has, but we're just happy we were able to survive that time because a lot happened.
Yeah, no, I'm actually happy for you that you did come out the other end because there's a lot of businesses that didn't.
Yeah, well, in Melbourne, I believe it's the figures come out today that 160 businesses a month have gone into receivership or shut down completely in Melbourne since the start of the pandemic. And that's just heartbreaking for people. You put everything you have, time, energy, money, effort into opening a business, and if it doesn't survive and through no fault of your own.
Crash and burn and
2 years ago I barely even knew what a pandemic was.
Pretty much everyone suffered except the government.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, I got.
And the manufacturers of the vaccine.
Oh, yes.
They didn't suffer.
They've done it right.
Yeah, they've done it right.
I got most of my family's in Sydney, and Mum was even doing it a bit tough. They've been in lockdown for like 14, 15 weeks.
Yeah.
A lot of empty shops, a lot of empty businesses. So, yeah.
And mentally, it really messes with you.
100% does, yeah.
I've got friends in Tassie. They've not really had much go on down there. It's pretty much been business as usual, except for a couple of hiccups. And then they had a 3-day lockdown recently, and they were stoked. They were getting 3-day holiday. And I'm going, it's fun for the first 3 days, but when that rolls into a couple of weeks, couple of months, now it's just 6 months. Then it starts getting a bit difficult.
Yeah,
the
that's
first
right.
one's all right.
Yeah.
Get a bit of a relax.
Yeah, that's right. No, just stay home for a few days. Yeah.
Bronson's given us the congrats there. It doesn't come back and we can move forward from here. And
It'll magically go away now that 80% have been vaccinated for sure, mate.
And hopefully we don't see another pandemic in our lifetime and this Marburg thing doesn't come out.
Yeah, let's hope.
You're going to need 80% booster shots next. If you haven't had your booster.
That's all right.
I believe alcohol kills most viruses, so we should be right.
Yeah.
He's had a bit of a brain snap there, Shannon.
He did, didn't he?
Played a nice shot to give himself a go at the blood, but he had a little bit of a snap. I think he played a little bit quick.
Yeah.
Missed it by
Does he
a
go
long
for a
one.
safety after the shot, or you reckon he has a go, or I reckon he plays into just red and just leaves it snooze?
Yeah, that's what he's going to do.
Because the double's not on if he comes out of it.
Yeah, that's what he's going to do for sure.
So he's basically blocked the double with that red there.
There's a chance though. There's a chance that across the table and cut it in, or who knows. There's always a chance.
Well, he's liking something.
Yeah, had a go.
Effort. Great effort.
Had a go. Yeah, so is it better than the old Grosvenor Jazz?
Yeah, mate.
I used to love that joint.
You want to grab a chair, Dad, and just join in?
Yeah.
Go on, grab a chair.
Hang on, I'll grab it.
We'll have a three-way.
Yeah.
Jump in, mate.
Sounds good.
The old venue was good, and it was good to cut my teeth in Brisbane. So I opened my first venue in 2007 in Mackay, and then opened my second in Brisbane in 2011. And then we operated there for near 10 years, not quite. And then the landlord was giving us stick and trying to put not the rent up, but the outgoings up. So
Yeah, okay.
and they don't have to give you evidence of what the outgoings are. They can just start charging you whatever.
Yeah, right.
So, my rent there was bordering on $1 million a year. That was getting really, really hard, especially with the capacity limits of how big the menu was. And we're doing really well. We just literally couldn't fit any more people in. But he wanted to build something else there. And so he basically called on the demolition clause in the contract to say, we want you out. And I'm like, okay, well, I'll do a deal with you. I'll leave, but I want to strip the venue of all of its facilities and whatever and go. And so anyway, I did a deal with him. Found a venue in the valley which was heaps bigger, one level, which is good, so it was a lot better logistically. The other one was 3 levels, so it was a lot more difficult to get stock in and do.
I've actually been there a couple of times. It's a good setup. It's actually nice and roomy and
So it was always going to be the biggest in the southern hemisphere, but we wanted to have that vibe where it still had that sports theme as well as the table dances and all of that sort of stuff. And we're really, really lucky in hindsight that we went for bigger is better, because then the pandemic hit, so everything was capped at 1 per 4 metres squared or 1 per 2 metres squared.
Enabled you to keep going sometimes. Sometimes.
So
in
it meant
between.
even when we were at our most restricted, other than being closed, 1 per 4 metres squared still meant that we could have more people in our venue than most other clubs in the valley combined could have. So
worked out well.
It really worked out well in that respect. But yeah, we've never been at capacity. We've never been able to operate at 100% capacity because we've only ever been open in this pandemic. There's always been some kind of restrictions put on us.
yeah.
And the hardest thing was the dancing. So every time that they smacked a no dancing mandate on, they included exotic dancers in that. So I had to continually go back to Queensland Health and argue that they're not dancers, they're performers.
Yep.
And finally, after I think the 6th lockdown where the girls couldn't dance, we were able to get it put across the line that they were performers and not dancers. So they've been able
so many things don't make sense with the rules they bring out.
No,
you can do this, you can't do that.
And it's the nuances
so
that they don't even realise the impact that has. But you know,
it's 3-all. Reedy's brought it back to 3-all.
But for Queensland Health, I had to go to them and say, look, the implications of not being able to allow these women to earn an income, how they're used to earning an income by performing dances, has meant that a lot of them have fallen past that line that they drew in the sand for themselves, and they've had to move into things like prostitution, which has far greater reaching effects for Queensland Health than COVID. And a lot of them are like, well, we actually didn't really realise that. And a lot of these rules and stuff are being brought about by people in offices that have never actually been to certain venues that do not understand.
That's
like
right.
at the moment, here's the rules. At the moment at a hospitality venue, you need to wear a mask when you walk through the door. You need to remove the mask to get your photo taken and scan your ID at the front door, which is also a requirement.
Yep.
Then once you're in the venue, you can remove the mask for the entire time you're in there. You can go to the bathroom, you can go to the bar, you can go everywhere completely unmasked in the venue. Then you need to replace the mask on your face to exit and walk out the door.
It makes sense.
Now explain to me how that makes any sense whatsoever. You know, like...
Mate, look, it's for your safety, don't question it, okay?
I just say don't wear a mask. Because there's no point.
Yeah, it's crazy. We had... we've had to stop last year and this year. We've had to stop for chunks of time from playing our competition pool. And there was one point there, only like 6 months or whenever it was, 6 months ago or something. But when they said, you can open up, community sport can open up, and the committee at our rugby league club had one interpretation. The management had another interpretation, and I had another interpretation.
Yeah.
So there's 3 of us have to make this decision to get started again, and 3 of us read the rules differently.
Yeah, and that's the challenge, and that's what happens
such
with
a challenge.
all legislations and mandates and stuff like that. It's all interpreted differently.
Yes.
So another example. So you have to wear a mask unless you're doing aerobic activity.
Yeah.
So I would argue that stripping is aerobic activity.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
However, when you're giving someone a lap dance,
They work
apparently
hard.
that's not aerobic activity, but when you're dancing on a pole, that is.
Yeah, right.
So, but then I had one police officer come in and say, hey, that girl has to be wearing a mask, she's on the pole. And we're like, well, it's aerobic activity. And he said, well, you can't take the directive from one legislation in regards to gyms and stuff and put it to hospitality. It has to be all taken from the same, and they don't have that thing in it. So anyway, he's like, all right, all your girls on stage have to wear masks. So now I've got all these girls totally naked on stage, but wearing a diaper on their face, wearing this mask, right? It looks ridiculous.
Seriously.
And then the next police officer comes in and he like yells at me and goes, why is that girl wearing a mask on stage? You're going to give her an asthma attack. And I'm like, because old mate just come in and yelled at me because she wasn't and told me she had to. And he goes, no, I'm overriding that. So they don't even know what the hell they're doing amongst themselves.
They don't.
And they get on the news in the morning and they say, yeah, you're doing this, and then liquor licensing don't even know what's going on. We might not even get an email from them clarifying what's happening until 10 o'clock at night. We've already been open for 5 hours.
Yeah.
So, if it was that big an issue and it was that, major, people are
Nice
going to
double.
die if you don't follow these rules, you'd think they'd get the rules out quicker to the people that have to implement them.
Definitely.
So when JJ and I go there tonight, we get VIP treatment, Jazz, or?
Yeah, mate, I've already got the VIP.
I always get VIP treatment, Gruffy, but you might be included.
I've just come into town, so hopefully I can jump on the board.
We often have a big crew from Q Masters come in after it shuts at midnight and pop on down, or any of the guys up from Snooker World on the Gold Coast, they'll pop in and say hi.
Yeah, and anyone around Brizzy after the match is finished, you want to come down and say g'day, we'll be on it. So
it's going to be a big night.
make your way down.
You could be in trouble. The Smashers are going to be there.
The Smashers, they're the loudest bunch of people I've ever met. The old Smashers.
Come, bro.
We could get half the sunny coast down to Brisbane tonight.
Oh yeah, for sure.
We could. I like the sunny coast, but there's not much to do up there.
Nice and crazy. There's plenty to do. There's different things to the Gold Coast. That's all.
I keep getting told I need to open a club up there.
Yeah. Oh well,
Everything's all spaced out.
It is.
So where would you open one? Malulaba. Would that be more the hub?
We'll talk later, mate. As long as I'm in on it, we'll talk later. Because we can definitely sort something out.
All right, guys, we're looking for backers to open a club in Sunny Coast.
Yeah. 50 Smashers, they can probably chip in a bit or something.
Yeah, just chuck in a bit.
Yeah. We'll get something happening. He's left himself a bit tough here.
Yeah, well, I think the object he wanted to try and get on that bottom yellow to get it off that red and get that red out of there.
Yeah,
but,
that was the plan.
He might have to come up with a different option now.
He's falling short. What's happening?
Even if he leaves this white behind the yellow, it makes him play the top red, and he knows he can extract it with that yellow near closest to the black.
Yeah, Shannon will make sure that he's not left an easy option off this shot. Yeah, good shot.
It's not bad. Puts him under the pump for a big long yellow.
Yeah, it's definitely the way to go.
But if he does make the big long yellow, he's got a chance.
See the new security providers here at Q Masters?
No?
He's a big unit, isn't he?
Yeah, mate. It's Essential Security Providers. It's my new security firm we just opened this week.
I won't be messing
just got
with
the
him.
license.
Nice.
So
Oh, there's a couple. He's lucky that he managed to leave his yellow in front of the red then.
Yeah.
If he had left that pocket open, it would be a little bit different story.
Can he screw over to punch this yellow onto this red? Reckon he'll try and
He's tried to go up and down onto it.
He's gone for a Hail Mary and
I think he tried to triple that red onto his other pack. Yeah.
I actually thought he was trying to screw off and screw over into the yellow that was in front of the red, and
He's just going to make sure that he doesn't get that. Oh, great shot.
I think there's another tap up coming here.
He wanted to make sure that he didn't leave Reedy that ball under the red again. That was the purpose of that shot.
He's pretty happy. He's got a big grin on his face.
It's come out sweet.
I don't think that yellow's frozen, so I think he just dead weights into it. Yeah.
Yep.
You and Shannon been having any sessions preparing for your matches?
Zero.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Mate, I thought that would have been a given.
He lives 45 minutes away.
Okay.
See, this is what I'm saying about Sunshine Coast. It's all spaced out.
It is, isn't it?
He lives 45 minutes from me.
I went up recently. I rang JJ. I go, "Do you live on the sunny coast?" I'm in Noosa. He goes, "Yeah, well, it's like an hour away, but I can't see you anyway."
yeah. I'll come up there. Rightio.
I'm like, "Oh, all right."
Yeah, it is. It's big. It's a big spread out job.
Beautiful.
It's like an hour from south to north, and probably 45 minutes to an hour out west, and that's like so. It's a pretty big chunk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what you got to do at the moment, get out and explore Queensland.
Yeah, that's right.
It's a big area.
And it's a big area. There's some beautiful places.
I've done a lot of work up the top end around the Mackay and all that type of way, mate, and you just keep driving. And you drive 13 hours, you still got 2,000 k's to get to the top. Like it's just crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Done a bit of time in Mackay myself.
Have you? Yeah.
Yeah, that's where I opened my first club.
Right. Okay.
2007. So I lived there for a while. Lived through Cyclone Yazzie. We had a flood that bad that
I was in Mackay when Yazzie was coming through.
Really?
Yeah. I was building the Mackay Base Hospital.
Ah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had to get the ute and drive down to pick up the strippers to bring them back to the club because even though there was this major flood in Mackay, all the tradies wanted to come to the titty bar. So we had all the blokes, we had to go pick up the girls. And this guy come out of his car with with a baseball bat. He's like, "Stop driving down the street, you're putting a wake through my house." I have to go get the ribbons.
Yeah, I did go and check out your club when I was up there. We got a photo with you at the front. Oh, come on!
Yeah.
Oh, what a great shot! And that yellow has just blocked where the black was going.
He got a bit stiff there, didn't he?
He did. It was a huge shot. He's going to have to go the double. Oh, it's gone a little bit wide.
Let's go, baby, come on!
Yeah, everyone's getting into it. Is someone a bit unhappy with what we're talking about? You better start commenting on the game, JJ.
Yeah, mate.
We're getting roasted here.
I've been throwing a few comments in here and there.
The thing when you have to talk for hours
Mate,
and hours and hours, you want to talk about world.
Well, the only reason I hate to comment on what they do is always get it wrong. I'll go, yeah, they'll do this and they'll screw off that, and he goes something totally opposite. It saves myself looking like a fool.
Yes, girls, come on.
Look, Christos asked me, what do you think they're going to do here? I think they're going to hit the white ball, hit one of those yellow balls, and hopefully make sure it gets in one of those holes.
Well, I know what he's going to do here, JJ.
Ah, yeah.
So, do you want to have a call of this one, Jez? What's he going to do here?
I reckon he's going to hit the white ball under that yellow ball and get it in the corner pocket here.
Yeah, you screw him up.
Oh, look, position it perfectly.
bottom
Getting
right.
that black in the middle.
What is he going to do now?
Probably, what do you reckon?
Probably sink that black, I
Yeah,
reckon.
I'd say so.
Shot.
There we go. Commentating
Pretty
on shots done.
self-explanatory, really.
I'm supposed to be doing the
Oh, you got to update the score.
I'm updating the score, right, but I can't even see the freaking cursor. Where is it?
I believe the world famous Zach
there we
has
go.
just walked
There we
into
go.
the room.
Goes to sleep.
Updating.
There we go.
The best pool cue maker in the world, possibly.
Who are we talking about?
Zach.
Zach.
Oh,
Zach
yeah.
is in the house.
I
Zach in the house.
actually use
Thanks
Zach
for coming
too.
down and supporting me, Zach.
Yeah.
People are like, I can't go that early, you know. Oh, I won't last.
He's not one for getting up too early.
The tip actually come off about 5 days out before the match, so I took it up to Zach and he threw one on quick for me. And,
Great break.
And it would have done the goods though.
He always tries
Oh,
to sort everyone out, doesn't he?
So what you're saying here is part of your win is
Oh,
for
without
Zach.
the tip, it would have been making some hard noises against the white ball. So
It probably wouldn't have gone so well.
And I was using my Zach's cue, of course, and so was Pete, and so Shannon.
yeah.
Most people in here's got a Zach cue, Ryan. Is that a Zach's cue?
I'd like to see actually how many Zach Hughes actually won the money matches. He could have a clean sweep.
He could.
Come on, ready?
He makes a bloody great cue. That's all I
Yeah.
can say.
He's very talented.
Yeah.
The only part I have with Zach, every time I go to see him, I don't know which driveway to go in, the back one, the front one, the side one,
The side
around
one,
the
yeah.
school.
I don't think it really matters.
No.
Just rock up, give him a ring.
It's like a bit of like a tent city, weird looking thing there.
Oh, yeah, there's always something different going on there.
Yeah.
Take your cues over him, mate. He whips them on in about 5 minutes. He has it sanded, glued, and
Oh,
you're out the door.
Done. Sorted.
He's got a special kind of talent.
Yeah.
That kind of talent, that kind of, working with your hands thing's really, going in this new world. Even things as randomly as knowing how to fix sewing machines or coffee machines and things like that. It's a real dying art.
Isn't it?
There's only a certain amount of people that know how to do those things, and there's just no one coming up through the ranks.
Yeah.
So there's a hot tip for you. If you want to be in high demand
Are you
in the
saying
future.
people are starting to realise they can't rely on just buying cheap stuff from China anymore?
I don't know whether they're realising that or it seems to keep happening.
All of a sudden, I can't buy all my cheap stuff from
Jazzy, looks like you need a drink, so I'm going to go to the bar. What are you drinking?
That sounds good.
People just keep walking
I
up there.
actually probably need to head off to the club. 6:30, we've been open for
Go and
40
get it prepared
minutes.
for us.
Yep.
Yeah, you're too early. You won't last the night if you go there too early.
I am there every Friday and Saturday night till 3 a.m.
You're going to have one drink. What do you want?
I will drink a cider. I like pear cider. Well, apple cider, but they only have pear cider here apparently.
Bad luck to do. No one cares what you think, mate. Is that a big go? Was that a big go? It was a nice shot. He's came out roses there. Could have went anyway, but he's played it very well. The tough ball is the red in the middle there. The middle red. That's what he's got to make sure he gets on. So he'll probably go for the off this and go for the one up in the middle, and then that other red down the bottom. He's under hit that.
Ooh, that's
Yeah, he's
a
under
bit of
hit
a
it.
challenging position there.
Yeah. He wanted to be another, at least a foot or two further to give himself a reasonably straight shot. And then he could have just tapped it in and run this red down and landed on the black.
Yeah. He's not opposed to a challenge, clearly.
No, that's right. He's still on. He's left it pretty straight. He's left it pretty straight. This is a tough shot. To slap this in and screw back, and then you're still not going to leave yourself a nice shot in the black, Very tough.
I live on the shit. They say don't use it any more than 2 weeks at a time, and I'm like, go on. Yes, come on.
Shot.
But he's taking the correct shot. He's just giving himself a chance.
Just tap it up.
Yep, that'll do. That'll do.
Shot.
That makes it 5-3 to Reedy. few games of nice concentration. He's just run out a little bit. Fighting with himself. Try and pull it back.
Race to 21.
Yeah, just a couple of minutes to go.
Yeah, it's going to be a good night. Good night here at Q Masters.
Oh, it's been a great day. A couple of matches started at 10:30, and then we had our couple of matches started at 1:30, and now this one to end the night off. It's been really good.
And the table's good quality. Christos has got them up to par for you.
They are. They're playing very well. They're nice tables, yeah. Playing quite consistently and rolling pretty damn straight, so can't complain.
It's got a good venue here on Christos. It's done all right. Oh, 2 reds off the break.
Yeah, a couple of reds off the break, almost the white, but at a glance, I'd say that he's going to stay on the reds. If he wants a pot out, he's going to have to try and split that red and black up.
The food coming out of Q Masters is looking all right.
I'm getting a bit hungry too.
A few pizzas and sandwiches and things floating around. We've got it all going on here.
All the carbs I'm trying to stay away from. What's your choice tonight, sir? Carbs, and more carbs.
Oh, that come up a bit short.
Yeah, it's all he wanted. All he wanted to do was cover the hole. Yeah, it's a nice shot by Shannon. That's all you can do in that situation. Cover the other bottom bag.
Very strategic.
Very strategic, yeah.
And thinking about the long game.
You know, Brent could have chose to have a crack at that ball and screw into the pack, but it's not a high percentage shot, you know. It's something we all like to have a go at, but it's not a high percentage shot, so both of these blokes are about percentages, that's for sure. There'll be a bit of tippy tap going on around here. I wouldn't be surprised if Shannon just pots this and then runs his yellow onto that red and takes the other bottom pocket. No, he surprised me.
See, this is why commentary's hard.
It is hard.
You don't know what the hell they're doing.
But he is going to do what I thought he'd do, and that's pop that red. So I knew he was going to pop the red, but I thought he would have done it with his yellow and left his yellow there, but he decided not to.
Okay.
And the reason is he didn't want to leave this red and black easy split. He's going to try and make Reedy work for it. Because the pot out here, there's a lot of traffic. The red, the black, it's in amongst the yellows. It's tough. So you got a few Supreme tables at the Grosvenor? Is that right?
Black ball tables.
Black ball tables. Black ball tables.
Overseas? Got them imported, brand new.
I remember Dave saying something about that's right, black ball tables.
I don't know much about them, to be honest, except for I was told these were the ones I had to have and I bought them.
How many you got?
3.
Oh, 3. You could run a comp.
I know.
You could have teams out of there.
We've got a few ideas coming up.
If I lived in Brisbane, I'd be putting my team out of there.
Yeah, I reckon. It'd be a good place to play.
Yeah.
I remember a few years ago when we did the money match in the penthouse of one of the places in Brisbane.
Yeah.
We had the girls come out and rush the
awesome.
tables.
Oh, that was awesome.
That was fun.
Good memories.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, live stream from the penthouse. Yeah, Shannon and I were the first ones to do a professional live stream in Queensland, and had Dan Lynch in Victoria had been doing it for a couple of years, and his was pretty bloody good, and we just thought, we'll get something happening in Queensland.
Yeah.
We had a great time and had a lot of nice money matches, and there's some really good footage of it around if you go looking for it on YouTube.
Yeah.
high quality, because we actually had a professional with professional equipment doing it.
Yeah.
Jazz.
Oh, cheers.
Cheers.
On your Gruffy.
What are you drinking?
Cheers, Jojo.
Cheers, Gruffy. That was before the days of
lemonade.
Facebook
It looks like
streaming,
water,
with anyone with
So
their phone.
these are the ones I'll be having at the bar.
Okay, I'll phone ahead and let them know.
Yeah, Grey Goose preferable, but Belvedere second.
Shannon's
Okay.
come up trumps.
Plenty of goose.
Yeah.
He won't be happy that that yellow went in, but he should still be fine because he's got a nice angle. He should be able to pot this and run into his other one. Very nice, very nice. And just go in and black in the middle. Yeah. Nice hit. Yeah, nice hit.
Shot!
Nice return of serve there for Shannon.
So what's that?
Yeah.
5-4?
5-4,
5-4.
yeah. 5-4 already still up.
Geez, they're very closely matched, aren't they?
They are. It's always going to be tight. I think it's going to be a tight score line. You know, one might break away for a few frames and then the other one will probably bring it back again. I think it's just going to be like that all night, to be honest.
You're right.
Bronson actually agrees with the comment about trying to call a shot and then making a fool of yourself. So
It's not easy. Is
I
it?
hear you, Bronson, and I listen to when you do the commentary, mate. You don't do a bad job of it, so we'll see how we go. But this is why we probably talk about other stuff in general life, because we got no idea. These guys are different levels to us, so well, probably not the JJ, but to me, and they always play something different.
You always put it on mute and just watch it.
Yeah, well, that's true too.
Yeah. If you don't like it,
Yeah, turn it down.
Turn it down.
Put the radio on. You know.
It's only for the whingers. There's not many whingers, you know. There's always one whinger.
Well, you never please everyone, JJ.
Ah, that's right.
Anyone's welcome to come and have a crack at it.
That's right.
Is this
Nathan Sapir from Northern Territory says, "Come on, Shannon. On you, Nathan." Hopefully things will open back up a little bit more and we'll be able to get back up there, do some more training for you next year, early in the year, hopefully. But this year's just about done. Would love to get up for the Darwin Open this weekend, but just couldn't manage it. It's too much on.
One thing I am quite surprised about is the 9 frames have gone pretty relatively quick, haven't they?
They have, yeah. Yep.
I was probably expecting like a 3-2 or a 3-1 scoreline at this stage, but
No, they're not mucking around.
they're getting through them, so we could be getting on the party a bit early.
I was going to say, you know what it is. It's that
Hopefully.
incentive to get to the club.
Hopefully. Well, I'm hoping that because I've got to stay and support Shannon, smashes, but I don't really want to be here all night either.
Well, everyone's going to have their man.
Got better things to be doing.
I know you're a Shannon man. I'm on the Reedy team, because he's my session partner, and I'd like to see him get up. You'd like to see Shannon get up, but that's what it's all about, isn't it?
Yeah, for sure.
And that's the good thing about this.
What sort of sessions do you have?
Everyone here's friends.
Yeah, that's right. We are.
I don't think anyone can say that they have perfect sessions, otherwise you'd be a Mick Hill or somebody, but we just get there, we play well, and it's same like probably sessions you have with Shannon. You're either the victor or he's the victor, and it goes up and down. You play like shit,
Yeah, that's right.
but
Yeah.
it's just part of pool. You got to get the run of the balls.
That's the way it goes. Yeah. It's not a bad shot. Not a bad shot. Yeah, they've had a couple of mini tactical battles, but nothing that's dragged the frame in.
No, it hasn't.
So a couple of little small ones, but they've kept it rolling, which is great.
Yeah,
Makes it better to watch,
100%.
All right, boys. I better
you
go
ready?
and make sure that everything's ready for you when you arrive.
Awesome.
Okay?
Awesome.
I'll see you there.
I'm. That's all right. I'll tell him to leave you alone, not kick you out.
See you, Dallas.
Love ya.
Love ya. See you later.
See you there later. Bye everyone. See you all at the Grosvenor, 206 Wickham Street, Fortitude Valley. Say Q Masters at the door for free entry.
Thanks, Jazz. Awesome.
See you, mate.
Yeah, good on you, Nathan. We'd love to come up and do another weekend. I think it was about 12 days we did in May. It was awesome, the borders were open between Queensland and NT, and Shannon and I drove over to Alice Springs, and we trained everyone in Alice, Tennant, Catherine, and Darwin. We drove all the way in between. We spent a couple of days in each centre and conducted coaching courses, and then finished up in Darwin the NT Open, which was it was about 10 grand, or might have been even more. I don't know. But we managed to get to play in that as a bonus, and yeah, good fun. It's always so good. The people in Northern Territory are always so welcoming and friendly, and just love their pool.
Already's got a chance to probably just roll this one in, get the top one. He might have played a bit of firmer.
Yeah, he's played it quite firm.
Yeah, he's. I didn't actually expect that, to be honest.
No, well, I would have thought middle of the table would have been a good place to land.
Yep.
Because it would have left you with 2, 3, 4 options probably. So he's sort of cut himself a little bit short here.
He's in a bit of bother now. There's not really much where you can hide, I suppose.
No.
Nathan's talking about
that's an off.
That's an off. It's 2 shots.
Well, here we go. Chance for Shannon to even the scoreline back up.
Who's Percy's pool school, mate? What's that all about?
That's Shannon and myself coaching business.
Oh yeah.
So I think we've been running for about 8 years now.
Okay.
So we've coached people in. Generally, we just deal with associations, but there is a bit of personal one-on-one stuff as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, we deal with most of the associations in Queensland and all of the Northern Territory. Let's see the line of this up. Oh, that's a great shot.
Great shot.
So he's a little bit short. He's going to have to.
He's still got 2, hasn't he?
He's still got 2, so I mean he can just use his 2. He's just got to work out how best to do that here.
Yeah.
He needs to make sure that he gets that red doesn't come into play.
Yeah.
You know.
So what's he do here, Dodo? He just.
I think I'll be just chipping it down like that, and
not a good shot. That's what I was a bit worried about. He's hampered by that red.
I think that's the right shot. He just needed to play it a little bit firmer.
Yeah.
You know, so you get 2 more inches.
Good effort.
You get 2 more inches of black ball travel up and 2 more inches of white ball travel out, and all of a sudden it's a perfect shot.
Exactly
isn't it?
right. Yeah.
You know, it doesn't. That's all it takes.
And now you chase your black around the table for the next little bit if Rudy wants to tuck up here, which I'm saying he's going to do.
And he'll be trying to, he's leaving a big gap.
Not leave that angle to come across the table.
Yeah, this is tough.
It is tough because the only thing he can do is probably just skim off the cushion, probably a couple hundred mil up, and then just like run into the black. But I don't think there's any angle from the other side. So
what he's looking at is, I think it's a shot that I taught him. And you play way down past the angle with backspin,
right, and it straightens up,
and the white ball loops off the rail and loops around. You got to play perfect speed.
Okay.
See it loop. But the only problem with the shot was the speed. So he played it too hard. So the trick with that shot, he played it exactly the right place on the bottom and exactly the right place on the rail. But you need to play it with about 20% less power.
Right.
So what happens is the backspin is still grabbing when it hits the cushion.
Right.
And as it comes off, as the backspin wears out, the white ball loops around and curls in, and you can pop the black.
So it's
a great shot.
So if you're hitting it too hard, like you said, the white ball doesn't have time to react because it's going a million miles an hour.
That's right. Didn't get enough time to react.
Right.
So
Just getting a bit of a clean up here, I think.
It's a nice shot if you can pull it off. I mean, and it spins people out.
Yeah.
Like how the hell? What side spin did you hit that with? How did you make it do that?
Mate, well, let's put it this way. I didn't even think of the shot because that's why you guys are different leagues, obviously, and my shot would have been just to come down, just dribble off the rail and almost just touch the white onto the black.
Obviously, the problem with that shot is there's such a big chance of going off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you've got to hit it right, haven't you? I know what you're saying, and it's a good shot if you can get it right, but you've got to run down and you've got to sort of hit the black like middle or left of it.
Yeah.
If you hit on the other side of it or in the inside,
you're in trouble.
You're going.
Yeah.
If you don't hit perfect pace either, you're going in off.
Yes, ready, come on.
So think if Reedy's got his 2 air, I think this frame's pretty much done and dusted.
She's speedy.
He just takes the bottom red ear and just bounces back up, I'm saying. I'll see if we can get one right, Bronson. Bottom red, back up off the top push, and happy days. Hey, there you got one, JJ.
Yeah, nice. I reckon he just rolls this in.
He just rolls in, mate.
What do you reckon?
Yeah. Oh,
Well,
still right.
he's got his second shot. What's he going to do here?
Oh, yeah, no.
He should have gone round the table.
He might
surely.
put side on this one.
He should have gone off 6 cushions and landed fat.
Yeah, good out by the Reedy.
Having a break. Can you
Yeah, good.
have a break?
And we're going for a break.
We're going
Yeah,
for a break.
we're just going to mute these guys, just with the music in the background. The boys will take a break. guys, they're just having a quick break and trying to cool down. It's a little bit warm for them. So we just have to have it, while we don't have any commentators, we just have to have, absolutely, go for it, because I'm just talking dribble, really.
There's a few people whinging about the commentary, so...
Oh, why?
Well, there's a few comments on Facebook. I thought
missed you.
They missed me, so I thought I'd come back and
Excellent.
and bring a little bit more commentary back to the match rather than a little bit more life story. So let's see if we can fix a few of these comments. But what I do have is a treat for everybody. I've been able to grab Zach. So Zach from Zach's Custom Cues is going to come over to the mic now and have a bit of a chat. And we're going to pick his brains. We'll ask a few questions and we'll get his thoughts on a few things and go from there. So jump in here, Zach. All right, first of all, guys, as we get underway, I'd like to welcome Zach back. Oh, I can. All right, I'd like to welcome Zach here to the mic today, owner of Zach's Custom Cues, arguably the absolute one. Well, so it's not even arguably, he's absolutely the best cue maker in Australia. The only one doing it from start to scratch. Everything custom about your cue. Not only cues being made, but retips, cue maintenance, cleans, ferrules, everything you want. Mate, Zach is the absolute man to see. Everyone I've interviewed today, I think out of the 8 players, I think 7 of them have all got Zach's cues. So, Zach, mate, firstly, welcome to the stream, and how are you finding everything today?
Well, I've just walked in, I had one drink, so now I'm relaxed. Not much of a talker on TV, but thank you for the intro, and I'm just happy to see lots of my cues out there with the big boys playing. And it's only taken me 26 years to get there, and I'm just happy. Haven't been out for ages, haven't even played much, don't mind a game myself, but it's going to be good to catch up with a lot of people this evening, and just looking at the quality of the matches, it's just great to see.
Yeah, look, I completely agree. The matches have been good, but they're only as good as their equipment. And with all of the big boys, especially Brent and Shannon, both use Zach's cues. I interviewed both earlier, and they both...
And Reedy.
Yeah, sorry, Brent. Yeah, well, Reedy,
and
Brent.
Andrew.
Yeah.
Anyway, stop it.
Yeah, but in this main match, I was able to interview both boys, and we asked them questions about their cues. They've both been with Zach's for a while now, and both love their cues, you know. Arguably, they think they're the best cues they've ever picked up, and they won't be changing anytime soon. So I also had the pleasure of talking to young Joshy Hands today, who said that he's in love with his. You made him a cue for snooker and pool, and mate, he's got massive raps. He said he would never play with anything else other than Zach's, and just wanted to say a massive thank you. He said he couldn't be here this afternoon, he had to go, but he just wanted me to pass on the message to say again thank you for the stuff you've done
Much
to
appreciated.
support him and a lot of the other juniors. There's a lot of good junior kids, and they've all...
Yes, and yet not many people not always hear about it, and
No.
I've supported them. People often say, why does nobody support the juniors? Well, I've been doing it for 10 years. Excuse me, so sorry, and I'm not going to name names who say these things, but I have been supporting on the quiet.
Yeah.
I don't yell out, oh, look at me supporting everyone. I just do it because I like to help out, especially with the mums and dads of the up-and-coming, hopefully, champions.
Mate,
don't have any money, and if I can help them out, I will, you know. And
Mate, I think a lot of those kids are really appreciative, because everyone they talk about, mate, I've heard plenty of them giving you a nice shout out.
snooker and pool,
Yeah.
by the way, yeah.
But they've all given you a nice big shout out after their matches and stuff like that with the equipment they use. They're very quick to praise you, you know, with the quality of the equipment and also the service and treatment they've gotten from you over the years. So, mate, that's a mark of respect to what you're doing, and I think it's a great thing. So
Look, no one's perfect. No one's always in the best mood when you're selling or building something for someone. Nadal doesn't get his tennis racket from Kmart. He gets it handmade. You know, he's got to deal with someone. Ronnie O'Sullivan's got to deal with someone.
Yep.
You know, and there's going to be good days and bad days. At the end of the day, it's all about getting the right product. Otherwise, I'll make you another one. If you don't like it, I'll make you another. Give it back to me.
You know what?
I'll make you another one.
And that
because
is-
I'm not happy until you're happy.
And I think that stands there above everything else. That's a great shot from Brent there. But the fact that Zach's willing to back himself and fix a problem until it becomes not a problem, fix the little things that maybe you don't quite like, because those cues, when they walk out and you're completely happy with them, become something that you really want to use for a long time going. So, you know, I'm a proud Zach's Q fan, Zach's Q user, and I won't be changing anytime soon, and I plan on having another one made very shortly. But yeah, mate, my dealings with Zach have been first class. Nothing's ever too much of a drama. Make an appointment, reach out to Zach and say, hey mate, you know, are you available to look at something for me or do something? If you don't waste his time and you do the right thing, he'll do you the best service you've ever seen. So again, guys, a great sponsor of Reedy's Q Sports, a great sponsor of a lot of the players of Queensland 8-ball over the years, and not just talking substandard players, but a lot of the elite players, you know, the guys at the top of the game.
Go back to the 80s.
Yeah.
You know, there's Steve Hogan, won 4 Australian titles.
Yep.
You know, I can name a few others. It's not I don't care about bragging. I'm just saying I've been going for so long that some people don't even remember back then. Because it's been a long time, man.
No, that's right. And I'm lucky enough to have got a chance to spend a little bit of time with you recently, and mate, I find it really good. You know, I love watching you do things with cues.
This guy, have a look at this guy, man.
Yeah.
You got to be kidding me. He was one of my hardest customers.
But mate, I tell you
This
what,
isn't right. This isn't, but I got it done.
I tell you what, now he loves it. He wouldn't change
Of
it.
course he does.
Wouldn't play with another cue. And mate,
Next time I do this sort of a sponsorship with a half-decent player, I'm going to ask for like 5% of the winnings or something.
maybe that's a good idea. Maybe we should write that into the contract for the cue. And another one you should write in there, that the cue's never to be sold. It's always to be returned.
Yes, brother. Yes.
It's got to be returned. If you don't like it, or if you move on to something else, you give the cue back.
It's not for you to sell, mate. Yeah.
We won't name names.
No. That's correct.
Yeah.
And if I make you a cue and you lose it, it's your problem, not mine. It's not my fault. Anyway.
There you go. Baldy 8-ball. Hi, Zach, you legend from Big Derek. Derek, are you a Zach's fan? Zach's Q user?
Yeah. Where is he? Oh, he's online. Oh, sweet.
He's just sent through a message, so.
Oh, had some cracker games and nights with that guy.
There you go.
Awesome. Let me go. Sign me out.
All right, mate. I've taken enough of your time.
Later.
Zach's,
I've had a few more drinks. I might be more relaxed.
Zach's here on some. He's on some enjoyment time, so we'll let him go and enjoy his drink, mate. Again, pleasure to meet you, and I really enjoy the time I get to spend with you.
For inviting me, and we shall have a good night.
Yeah, mate. Enjoy your night, and we'll watch some good pool.
I already spoke to security. Everything's sorted.
All right. If they come to throw you out, mate, I'll intervene for you.
Thanks, brother.
All right, mate.
Cheers.
See you, Zach. All right. Back to a bit of pool here, guys. Reedy's just opened a bit of a gap here on Shannon. He's just nudged that ball dead, but he's got a reverse double here to get back onto it. He's just decided to chop it out and run for a bit of safety. Oh, just a tough little kick there off that yellow. Put it in the pocket. We'll try. Good. We'll try and get back to a bit of commentary now. So we've had our interview with Zach. Go and cheer away, Nessie. He's just finished a little short on that one. He's going to roll this one through, but he may choose to develop one of the couple of dead balls. Yeah, so he's just run that down the rail. Hello, James. Not much, mate. Just finished an interview with Zach, and we're just going to finish with a little bit of commentary as we watch this out. Yeah, that's a good shot there, just to sit the red, sit the yellow. He's still got 2 remaining here, so he can go a number of ways. He may choose to keep control of the white ball here and run the red off the yellow towards the rail. It's going to guarantee him position on both balls. It's going to push the red close to the pocket. It'll kill the yellow, and then yeah, it looks like it might be the shot. He just keeps control. No, he's just played the double, so he's just kicked it out. That's another good shot.
Good percentage.
Yeah, good percentage pull there. He'll just screw this back a little bit. He'll probably sit the yellow ball, and yeah, I don't think he'll get too adventurous. I think he'll probably just. Oh, looks like he's going to play. No, he's going to play with bottom. He'll just screw into the yellow. Oh, he's going to play. There you go. Does the black go past the yellow into the corner? Okay. So the black doesn't go into the bottom left corner, so he's going to have to screw across the table and get behind it for the opposite corner. Ah, he's just going to play a little bit aside. No, there you go. Thanks, James. You had one job to tell me whether it was on and you didn't know. We'll see.
I'm back in Shannon.
We're soon going to know. If it drops, it drops. If it doesn't, well...
I don't know what these pockets are like. The Kiwis.
Yeah, I think he's just going to play it nice and softly off. Yeah, that went in like... That looked like it was never a problem. All right, Reedy's starting to open a bit of a break here.
8-4.
Yep.
Good cue from Reedy. Well done.
I think this match is a lot closer than it seems, but Brent's just starting to wedge a bit of a frame gap away. I think 2 or 3 more frames like that, and I think it'll change the match. One thing we have seen though is not a lot of pocket blocking. Both players are playing more of an out game and really trying to go for outs rather than playing a bit more of a safety game that many tipped would be a mark of this one. There's been quite a fair bit of a free pool and out pool going. We might get old Barney in for a little bit of commentary and see what his chat is.
Yes, baby, great.
Can you go Barney?
He's just chatting to Ruffy.
All right, we've got another Money Match legend coming up to join us in the commentary box for a little bit of commentary. We're going to welcome Andy Barnett to the mic. Hello, Barney, and welcome to the stream, mate.
Hey, mate, how you going?
I'm good, thank you. What are your thoughts so far on the night?
The night so far, actually, the matches earlier, I thought were really good.
Yep.
When I got here, like it was neck and neck both matches, and then Gruffy just sort of played his better pool towards the end of the match, and Matty didn't really get into. I don't think he really got into full flow. And then the other match, JJ just got a nice little lead on Oli, and Ollie couldn't just peg him back enough at the end.
Yep.
So I think that sort of like 3/4 mark of the match was probably the deciding factor in both of them matches. And then this match, like from the start, Shannon looked real edgy, like as edgy as I've ever seen him. And he's never the most fluent, but I don't know. It was like a really weird start to the match.
There was a couple of really average safety shots from Brent, and I really think they opened the door.
Yeah.
There was a choice of colours there where he could have worn reds, which I thought were the better balls, and he just chose to nudge a yellow out into the open, and then Shannon ran the rack. And then another one was a missed safety where he ran up the table and left Shannon a pot in the centre where he came out, nudged the black, opened the red up and potted out. So I really think that there were a couple of frames Brent will look back on and really regret. You know, maybe he wish he'd had his time again, but I think he's sort of flowing into his work now and he's settled into the table.
Yeah,
and
he rode the wave a little bit because I think Shannon was sort of getting into a bit of a rhythm, but he's given away 2 shots far too many times. And obviously, like at this standard, you can't give away 2 shots every frame and expect not to lose frames. So.
Yep. No, that's a fair comment there. You know, that seems to have been the difference the last couple of frames. There's been a couple of 2 shots sort of given away. Shannon's looked pretty good with this sort of shot before where he just stuns back up.
Yeah, that one was a bit jabby to be fair, but he's got away with it, I think.
Yeah, probably a foot shorter than where he wanted to be, but at least he's going to have a shot at it. And, you know, these Q Masters rails have been looking after balls all day, so if he hits it well, it should still go. Yeah, he's hit it well.
That's good.
Not ready.
There you go.
Another half a ball roll there and it drops in.
Yep. But again, this is one of the problems, you know. you give your opponent with that now, that extra half a foot that he left himself short has given Reedy a chance to come to the table and maybe steal a frame. So
this would be a steal as well. He's not. I mean, obviously they're not dollies, but any time you give your opponent another chance, you're asking for trouble now.
Yeah, look, I expect him to take a few of these, and then if he gets himself out of trouble, I think there's a couple of safety balls up the top there that he can run in behind. It'll be interesting to see sort of where he goes with it, you know.
One thing that has been good, like from Brent's point of view, he's looked very focused on the job.
Yep.
Like he hasn't really looked flustered. Even when Shannon's made mistakes, he hasn't really changed his demeanour, or there's no real jumping up quick out the chair, or he's just been very methodical tonight.
I've had a good chance to chat with both players, and both players have worked on quite a lot leading up to this match. I know that I spoke to Shannon. Shannon's changed a few things. He's working on his temperament, working on his cueing, and trying to focus a little bit more. And I know that Brent's been working with Scotty Matthews and Michael Fortune quite a bit. I know he's been having a hit with you every now and again on top of his practice.
I've been enjoying it actually. It's been good for me because obviously I haven't really had much to practice for. So I've had a few hits with the boys before the money matches in the lead up, and obviously practicing with Brent is he never just rolls over and turns up and whacks balls around. He's always like playing to win, and he's always playing the right shots. And it's been good the last few weeks.
This is a key shot of this frame, I think, is this reverse double here. He's played it well.
He's left himself a tester down the rail there.
Yeah.
But it's one of them shots where you just focus on the pot, like the cue ball's going to take care of itself. Just focus on the pot, 100%.
Yeah, you just commit to this one, don't you? Don't have to do anything. You don't have to worry about the white ball. There's no position. This one goes down the rail in the pocket, and then you're naturally on the next one in the black. So
there's no hiding place on shots like this. You just got to cue them. He hits it straight into the cushion. There's nothing going on. So just a little bit quick on that one, I think.
Yeah, I think he played that one with a bit more pace than he normally would have. I've seen him just roll those in dead weight normally. So
shots like that. Like Brent plays a little rusty-like shot where they drag them in. So you're still putting that effort through the cue ball, but you're not actually getting the pace on the object.
Slowing the contact and the white down, and more dying the ball at the pocket rather than forcing it off the cushions.
The slower the ball gets to the pocket, the more chance of it going in, obviously. But at that pace, you had to hit it, perfect. With these tables here, I mean, they are generous, but they're not over generous. You still got to hit them. You still got to hit them good.
Yeah, having had a chat with quite a lot of the players, the comments about the tables that they're running really well. The quality of the tables, the quality of the cloth, the playing conditions are first class. So that's all you can ask for as a player. To get to a table where you feel like it's fair, it's rolling and playing well, it's responsive, and it makes for good pool. I really think it makes for good pool to watch when players are trying to run racks rather than constantly having to play safeties and block pockets to take control of frames.
I didn't really watch much of the breaking wise in the other matches, but with these two guys here, they've not been hitting the balls hard. I've not seen many dry ones.
No.
They've kind of made balls on, but they haven't really been dolly splits either. So once one of them times the break a little bit better, we might see like a few runs. It's like dangerous territory for Shannon, because if Brent gets on a bit of a roll, he's already 3 up. If he gets on a bit of a roll and opens that gap to say 5, 6, obviously doubt creeps in then, and then it's like you're trying extra hard to get back in the match.
He's played that well.
See, that was that black that Shannon just missed down the rail, and just that extra half a ball roll just makes it die in the pocket there.
And that also showed the pace he played that compared to the one he played the last one up the rail. Just that weight of the pot just died it at the pocket and dropped it in rather than rattling it off a couple of rails with that extra pace. He just stuns this one back, does he? All right.
Pulled a double hit on himself.
There you go. Brent's.
To be honest, like when he played it, the white did like have a little jump to it, but obviously he would have fell on his tip.
And that's fair play, you know, that's the mark of a good, you know, a good fair player. He's pulled himself up straight away, given away the 2 shots, and now Shannon's got his chance to take this pot on.
That's a great shot. It was right behind that one, it was in all the way, and then it just sort of died towards the knuckle.
Yep.
Yeah, he cued that one good.
See you tonight. All right, he's just run that one past the rail and overcut it, so we'll that's his second visit. He still hasn't got too many dramas here. We'll put this one in the centre, float up the table, and he'll start dealing with the ones up near the top rail.
Yeah, like you said, it was a good sign of sportsmanship from Reedy, but at the same time, at this level, you expect that, you know, like it's a gentleman's game, you'd expect it to play in good spirits. I know that these two have a long-standing rivalry, but at the same time you'd hope the mutual respect is there to call the fouls on each other when the referee doesn't see it.
And mate, I spoke to both players before this match, and both players spoke about it not being much of a rivalry, but more of it being about mutual respect and really wanting to get this game on for a little bit of legacy. It's been sort of in the wings for a long while. They've had, you know, plenty of frames, plenty of matches and stuff against each other at state level, at ranking level, at team level. So I really think that there's no grudge match there. Both players spoke nothing but admiration. You know, there was no trash talk. There was no animosity there. It was really just a mutual respect for each other's games and wanting to play a game in good spirits. And I think that's sort of been shown so far. You know.
Yeah, what I did notice. Obviously Shannon just went over to shake hands there with Brent just to say thanks for owning up to his foul. But what I did notice, I was talking to the lads in the crowd earlier when I was sat over there, is that Shannon has positioned himself, like isolated himself away from his teammates. And the Smashers are notorious for being loud and leery and, you know, getting behind each other. And he's literally put himself on the opposite side of the room. And to me, like, it didn't make a lot of sense because they're the sort of players as a unit that sort of buzz off each other. So obviously when Shannon wins a frame, you'd expect him to be high-fiving with the Smashers, you know, getting behind each other. And the way he's gone about it and positioned himself on the opposite side of the room, it's like he just wants to be left alone.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure really like what sort of mindset he's in doing that. To me, like when I play the matches, I like to surround myself with, you know, like not a huge crowd, but people that I can just talk to in between shots and you know, take your mind off the general noise, the outside noise, the barracking, whatever you want to call it, and just have somebody good in your corner to speak to. And isolating yourself the way he's done, I'm not sure how he's thinking. Like if that's a clear mindset.
Yeah. Look, I really think this, you know, since the break, I think Shannon's really focused himself a little bit. Reedy's made a couple of little errors there and things like that, but Shannon's really sort of got into his work and isn't sort of messing around. There's a bit of a resolve and a focus that wasn't maybe there for a couple of those frames where he was sort of missing shots and missing position. Now it just looks he's rolling them in without too much drama. So maybe the break was good for Shannon. Give him a chance to sort of refocus, reset, and get back in this match. And this black puts him only back to a 1-frame lead. So from 4 frames a minute ago, back to 1 frame is a good result for Shannon.
And like we were saying, like I said a minute ago, like Reedy was 3 up, and it was like crunch time for Shannon because if Reedy goes on a bit of a roll, he goes like in a big lead.
Yep.
And now that 1 frame, and then Brent owning up to his own foul, all of a sudden it's like you say, 1 frame back, and now it's game on again.
Yeah.
Big break for Shannon as well, because if he gets the ball here and runs out 8-all, obviously then it's like swings the other way. Brent's on the back foot. Still a lot of pool to be played in this match though, for sure. Be interesting to see if he actually puts a bit more effort into this break.
Well,
no, he didn't.
He hasn't really sort of hit too many of his breaks with much sort of force all day. He seems to just sort of get into them a little bit and then just sort of maybe think more about controlling the white to the centre of the table than than that bigger split. So
that one there just looked like he just, like he just rolled the cue into it. You've got to time them so well to make balls when you're not putting that much power in.
Yep.
Obviously, the break's the $1 million question that we all want to answer, but
yeah, we've done a bit of analysis on the breaks, and obviously, if you look at a long race, if you're playing a race to 21 and you're sort of 15, 16 all, hello Shannon, mate. If you're getting to 15, 16 all and you're playing 30 frames, obviously you've had 15 breaks. If you're dry on 10, 12, 13, 14, 15 of those, then your opponent's getting first look at the best set of balls every time. And then if they're breaking at even 50%, then that gets worse. So, out of a 30 frame match, you can be running into 22 frames where you've had no look at the first balls. So you're constantly playing from behind. So I think the player that settles in and really gets the feel of the table and breaks the best, often sets themselves up with first chance to get the best look at the balls, and sort of the best chance to run the frame and take a bit more advantage.
Yeah, like you say, they're getting the best look at the balls. They may not be running the balls out, but they're gaining control of the table. Yep. Because they're getting that first visit every time. They're choosing their set. Maybe just gaining that advantage. And when you're playing off the back foot all the time, obviously it just becomes such a harder game.
Yep. A good chance for Brent here. I think he'll take these two in the centre. He just doesn't want to move this red too far up the rail and kill the other one. Yeah, he's going to leave it.
Yeah, it's one of them, if you play it off the red and it sneaks up the rail, you think, why did I play it off the red when there was such an open pocket?
Yeah. He just plays this down, screws back down the rail and takes it back to the corner where the black is. Looks like he's going to take this one to the top right corner. Yeah, it's a good shot.
I'm not sure why he wanted to get so close, that one on the rail, to be fair. I thought he could have just potted the one near the red where he is now and stunned back out to the middle of the table when he had the three balls left.
Yep.
He looks a little bit straight on this one, if not with the wrong angle. But the camera angle can be a bit deceptive, I suppose.
If you are straight on this one, can you straighten the yellow off the red and just run it towards the pocket? Or has it just become much more of a dangerous shot?
Yeah, more dangerous shot.
Yeah, he's got lucky there to not pop that red in the centre. So
he wants to play these quick before that red drops in.
Well, the table, every ball's stopped now. So if the red was to drop, it would just get put back up. So now that everything's stopped and that period of time's gone, he's lucky enough to be able to reset that one if it does drop. But it's awfully close. Another couple of mil and it's definitely dropping.
Just a little drag shot here just to hold the white. Touch his side to kill it off the cushion. He's played that well.
Yeah, he looks very much in control.
The sort of shots when you're not feeling good, it's easy to give him a little bit of extra pump, and then all of a sudden he slips behind the yellow and doesn't leave himself a pot. Yep. So he's controlled it nice. It's good frame from Brent.
Yeah, he'll be happy to get. I think he'll be happy to get this one and stop Shannon's little mini comeback there, and just sort of re-establish another couple of frame lead again. All right, with that he goes out to a 9-7 lead, and we continue on.
Yeah, because in Shannon's head now, he's just scrapping to get level, and then once he gets level, it's a different ball game.
Yep.
And then obviously Brent's in a dogfight to stay in the lead, which it makes for an intriguing contest. I thought this game would go close. In my own thoughts, I thought if Brent played really well, I thought he got Shannon maybe by 5, 6. But we all know that Shannon's got it in him as well. So I think we could be in for a real close one.
Yeah, look, a lot of the pre-match talk of this was a real dour affair. A lot of style controversy, a lot of contravening styles with a lot of pocket blocking, a lot of tactical frames. But it really hasn't been a lot of that.
No, not yet.
It's been fairly open pool. It looks like for a while there, Shannon tried to out-pot Brent. And Brent's responded by sort of, when Shannon's missed, he's then sort of gone on the attack and potted as well. So it really has been more of an open match than a lot of people were hinting at when you know, when they first thought of these ones. So he's just got to kick off the white there, off the red there, and put the white in the centre. So
Yeah,
Shannon's...
it was, although he did get kicked in,
He
wasn't a very
He
good
did
player.
lose the white. He potted 2 balls, but the white was... He never really had control of the white, so...
See, literally, when they're hitting them at that pace and trying to control the white the way they are, they really should be just, you know, stunning the white onto the blue spot if it was a snooker table.
Yep.
You know, they don't... Seeing when I've seen Brent play the last few weeks, he's actually been breaking quite well against me. Although he says himself he's the worst breaker ever, and it's like I think he's pretty, like when I watch him break, I think he's hitting them good, but obviously not making balls. Whereas tonight, it doesn't seem like he's hitting them real good, but both of them are hitting them real soft and making balls. So
yeah,
he's trying to find that fine line where.
Is he jaw snooking himself in now? He can get that.
No, he's okay.
Yeah, no, I think he's got a big gap there. The way he first looked at it, it looked like he might have just jaw snooking himself.
He actually cued that one real nice, actually, just to hold the white there.
Yeah, little simple draw here, and then the black goes in the bottom corner. Good response from Shannon.
Yeah, good out.
And funnily enough, that was, like I said, that was the big knock on this match at the start, that it really would be a dour, slow, long affair. But, mate, we're now 17 frames into the match. In the last, what time did we start? 6, so an hour and a half, 17 frames with a break. I think it's actually been pretty good pull. So
I think as well, like with these tables, they do make for attacking games.
Yep.
Like it's really hard to cover one of the pockets fully.
Yep.
So to get into a tactical affair, you know, you're going to have 1, 2 bottom of pockets covered, messy balls. It's not just a case of like somebody's going to roll a ball down the rail and cover the pocket. Because we've seen Shannon. When there has been a pocket covered, he's just bashed balls out.
Yeah.
It's like he's not wanted to get involved in the tactical side.
No, very true. 1 sec.
So Shannon again with a soft break and kicked in the middle again. The guys, they just seem to be breaking the same every single frame, and with that white ball going near the middle pocket, when they're getting kicked in, it looks unlucky, but at the same time, they're putting that white in the position, so something's got to change soon with one of them. One of them's got to change the break up, and whoever changes it first could go into a big lead. So Brent looking at the yellows. Obviously one visit, but they look pretty open.
Obviously that one under the yellow, the red at the middle of the table there, he's probably... Would you play this one now with a little bit of bottom, come back out and get rid of that one under the red early?
I'm not sure, because looking at when you look at the camera angle, it looks like he can pot it in the corner, but looking at the actual table, he might have to get plumb straight on it to actually pot it.
Yep.
I don't think I wouldn't be disturbing it right now.
Run this. Looks like he's going to run this bottom, the middle one down the rail to the bottom pocket. No, he's going to take on the little bit of luck there. The plant died at the pocket, but
So the way he played that, I'm not sure what he was trying to do, because he's played the plant in such a way where I think he was trying to check it into maybe checking it into the black to nudge the yellow out, but he's missed the plant, and obviously the white's gone off on a wide angle.
He's going to get rid of this yellow now. He's back in position now. He gets rid of this yellow, and then he can just roll the next couple in and find a home for the black.
Yeah, he should be going in the corner, then the one in the middle, dropping the one furthest away from the pocket, and then obviously I think he'd try and leave himself on the bottom rail just to stun up towards the middle for the.
Looks like he's going to take this high one now. Yeah, I think this is probably the right shot. With just finishing high there, he's going to be going away from that ball down the rail. It's probably going to be pretty hard to hold it. So
he may flick it with a bit of side to kiss the red, so it opens the black to both pockets.
Yep.
I think it just made his work a little. I don't know. It just made it a bit more difficult going that way for me, but. when you're at the table and you see the run out, as long as in your head you're going the right way and you're not confusing yourself, as long as you get on, you went the right way anyway.
Yeah, that's right. Do you screw this one back a little bit for the gap, or you just drop it in?
I would screw it back.
Yeah, I would too.
He's cued that like a dream. Probably couldn't have played that any better.
Screw this back and play the black up the top, either the top or in the middle.
Well, he's looking in the middle, I think. I think he's just going to screw it back maybe 2 inches and then just play it in the middle.
Yeah,
he's played it good.
Yeah, he's on that. He's played it well. Should just drop straight into the middle. Yeah, it's a good finish.
Yeah, he played it well. And again, that little touch shot there just showed the sort of mood he's in. Basically, them little shots, when the adrenaline's pumping, you can easily zip them back 6 to 8 inches. Just had to be a nice little 2 inch. If he only hits it an inch, he's snookered. So yeah, nice little touch there from Brent. Just shows he's in a clear mindset and he's feeling good on the cue. So 10-8.
Hey, it is a good match. We'll update the score to 10-8 before we get in trouble and we miss one.
That's all I got.
Let's see how Reedy attacks the break. See if he changes anything up here.
Come on, babe.
Hey, Nessie. We're just going to give Nessie a little bit of constructive feedback.
Yes.
You've got blue and red scoreboards. Have you ever thought about changing the nameplate to blue and red to match with the scoreboard?
You can change it if you like.
It doesn't matter. Their name's next to it anyway, so we'll just...
You can change it to blue if you want to change it to blue.
Nah, we'll leave it. Let's not get OCD.
Yeah, all you need to do is hit on, say, player 1, P1, and then just hit select colour.
Oh, yeah.
You can change it.
Let's see.
We're going into uncharted territory here.
And it's that one there is that colour. There you go. Okay.
That's a bit light. There we
That's
go.
the same colour as the other one. And then your OK button here. Look at that. See, I don't know what that looks like to the viewers at home. It's too dark. You need a bit of a lighter one.
Well, I was talking about the red box, Nessie, not the name.
Oh, okay.
But that's okay.
Oh, what do you want that to be?
We'll work on that. We'll work on that later.
I worked hard in PowerPoint for that.
You did. And you've done a great job too.
I have my own little weird ass way of doing stuff. Come on, doll.
Yeah, it's a good looking shot. That'll kick that out and develop the pocket.
Yeah, great hit, Reedy.
Yeah, it's a very quality shot. We've got plenty of viewers on the stream. It keeps bouncing up to 145. So anybody that's out there, feel free to get in and have a chat. Comment on the match. You know, any thoughts or questions you've got for Andy. Any thoughts you've got on the match, how you think it's going. You know, jump on in and sort of have a bit of a chat with us, and we'll get something going with it.
Where's Toby nowadays? Toby was on there all day, and now I've come on the commentary. Toby's disappeared.
I think Toby's got a free drinks event where he had an open bar to go to, so he was pretty excited. He was, I think he got all his commentary out of the way in the first 2 matches, and now he's run off to. And I think if he's got one or Mister, whatever his preference is with Toby, if he gets caught with his phone watching a live stream at an event, he might get in trouble. So we may hear from Toby a bit later on.
After a free bar, I'm not sure we want to hear from Toby later on.
Yeah, you probably don't. There, that's a Reedy special there. Just takes the pocket and controls it.
This is probably more the style of frame they're expecting to see between Reedy and Shannon.
every time Reedy's done this, Shannon's kicked
Yeah,
the
he's
ball
gone
out
early,
straight
yeah,
away
yeah,
and really gone early because he's not wanted to engage in this sort of a battle. So it'll be interesting to see how he changes his play up, and if that's something that he continues to sort of do over the next couple of shots in this frame.
Bit of thought going into this one from Brent. Cogs are turning.
There you go. Gus DeGiorgio's just commented and said Barney's very knowledgeable. I apologise, Gus, for my side of the colour commentary, but that's why I grabbed Barney in, just to raise the level of the commentary we've got tonight. How are you travelling in Victoria, Gus? How's things down there going?
Good win in the Pockets event last week, mate. Just a shame you guys couldn't go ahead with that event this weekend. I'm sure you'll get it on again soon. 2? Yeah, 2.
All right, so he's given away 2 there. It wouldn't surprise me to see Shannon just pot this red and put the yellow over the pocket. Oh no, he's trying to kick it out.
Second visit. The red ball settled, but it settled in the groove.
Yeah, no, we thought it was a foul as well. We'll do, Benny. I'll get Zach across in a minute, mate, and I'll let him know that you said hello. I'm sure he'd love to hear from you.
Shannon's
I'm pretty sure that
there.
he was a bit stiff. I didn't expect that to run that way, and especially cover the pocket and kill the black. So, a bit of work for Shannon here to do to get back into this one.
Second prize. Made Reedy's out a little more difficult with just that yellow block in the top pocket, sorry. Still well in control with the black and the red down this bottom right side.
Hello, Azza. How are you, mate? I honestly think that my money would still be on Reedy if I was going to have a bet at this point in the match. Personally, I just think that he seems to have been in a bit more control of his game, and he's probably has probably played the better shot selection and has had the better rhythm this match. Like you said earlier, I think Shannon sort of was a little bit nervy. He's shown periods where he's been in control, and then others where he's been a bit scratchy. But I think if I had to have a bet now, I think my money would happily be on Brent for the rest of the match.
Yeah, he looks more in control of his own game.
Yep.
Shannon, he's took out some good finishes, like obviously fast and furious, but not in control.
Yeah. Like obviously this one, he's either going to try and kick the black out here, go thin into it, or he's going to just settle on and double him back into the middle.
Yeah, he's probably going to land below it and play a double in the middle, I think.
I think you're right, Gus. It's probably been exactly that.
Is that on the right?
Yes, thanks, mate. Thank you very much.
Good on you.
I think he's got unlucky there. He's just under hit that one a fraction into the front knuckle. But
it didn't miss by much.
No, but a good chance now. Reedy becomes a big favourite in this frame. Yeah, Chris, the Smashers have played well today, mate. They've had 2 good wins out of 2, and they're now obviously backing Shannon in this match. So, obviously hoping for a 3-peat. I did see your match when you played up here too, Gus. You actually got on top of Reedy and won that match from memory.
Yeah, I was there that night actually. I didn't stay for the whole match, but I watched a fair chunk of it down at the snooker hall.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. And Gus
that
did
was
it,
a
Gus
while
did
ago
good
now.
job. Yeah, it was a while ago now.
What are your thoughts so far, Gus, having played down at Pockets with the new Supreme tables going in there and everything? What have you got an opinion on them? Thoughts on them? How do you sort of feel? I mean, obviously, I'm a big fan of Pockets. I'm a big fan of what they're doing for Q Sports in Australia. And I'm really looking forward to this series coming up and sort of the work they're doing and putting in to get some of these guys on those tables and playing some really good pool.
Yeah, it's definitely an injection of excitement for Australian pool, that's for sure.
Yep. Yeah.
And to see the big names playing each other over the series, you know, obviously by the end of that series, apart from Jake, you know, you can really say who's going to be the best player in Australia by the end of the 6th event.
Question here, you've got the opportunity just to run this up. Do you maybe just a little bit of bottom into the black and just nudge it over the middle? Or just...
Yes.
Yeah, great shot by Reedy just to develop that black.
Yeah, played it well.
There you go. Takes some getting used to, but the Supremes are the way to go. Yeah, look, everyone that I've spoken to so far that's played on those has thoroughly enjoyed them. So, Barney, you've played on them obviously in England before. You would have grown up in there on those conditions. You like those ones?
Yeah, obviously that's my old stomping ground and that's what I grew up on playing on. Different type of ball game, obviously smaller playing surface. I think personally the Australian tables are harder to play on. But then I had many more years playing on the Supremes, so maybe it's just what I was used to. But to me, it's like the game's slightly different. The game's slightly different. You take the balls out a little differently. You don't need so much of a long cue action with cue power on them tables. It's more about touch and finesse.
Yep.
And maybe that's why. Me coming from the Supremes in England and playing the way I do, maybe that's why everybody's commented on my style of play being slightly different to the Australians. So maybe I've brought that style of play from the UK, and the Australians are going to have to maybe tame their style a little bit to play on the Supremes. And like Gus has said on there, it is all about the cue ball control, and it's about. But you just got to make the cue. It's the same as like on here. You've got to make the cue ball your friend and put it in the right spots. Potting the balls on the Supremes, I'd say slightly easier, but I think a couple of the guys who have got the tables down in Victoria have said, you know, once they run the cloth in a little bit and, you know, they've played umpteen frames on them, it basically tightens up a little bit, which is true. That's how they've always been. You know, when you play on them at an event with new cloth, new balls, you know, TV lighting, things like that, it all adds to making the table play really big.
Yep.
But once you've had one in your pool room, like, give it a few weeks and the pockets tighten up and it becomes a tough table to practice on. So, I don't think if people are thinking about buying one because they're easy to play on, give it 4 or 5 weeks in your own pool room and you're not going to be as happy as when you first bought it. That's for sure.
Yeah, and I think that's a pretty common sentiment. I was talking to Rusty today, and he's only sort of played 15 or 20 frames on his, obviously because he's working away. But there's already some talk about, he just said he took delivery of the new cloth that he's putting on it. He's putting on the new Supreme cloth that's... See, Brent's pulled up badly on that one. Really sort of had a lash. Yeah. But in saying that, I also watched Shannon on the break, and for the first time I saw him a bit more emotional, a bit more frustrated with the break and everything else. So.
Oh, we've had a superstar join the chat there, the God Barber, Carlos Bishop himself.
Burley Barbaco now. The God Barber's been retired.
He will always be the God Barber to me.
He will. He was one of your original sponsors on your Barney's shorts.
Legendary fades going down there in Burley. Actually quite surprised Carlos not here tonight. Why are you here, bro?
Yeah, we were talking about that earlier, Gus. I think Shannon said he's been working a little bit behind the scenes on he's been working behind the scenes, I think, on his game, and he's playing a little bit more of an open style game. Whether it sort of suits this match with Reedy or not is sort of remains to be seen. But he's trying to outpot Brent, and so far it probably hasn't worked to his advantage because Brent's probably had the better run of the table, control wise and position wise, and he's played a good shot there to develop the Reds. If he's on this one to the top corner.
It's not an easy transition to his next pot though. Maybe he's opened them up, but he's not really got himself in a great position.
If you were to stun this and just pretty much leave it where it was and cut the red into the centre, your white ball naturally drifts down towards the black.
Yeah, he's played that very well. He might even be able to screw back past the black here.
This one flies into the centre, so Mumsy says no go, mate. Well, that's a shame, mate. Hopefully we get you up for the next one. That's a great shot from Shannon. I think he'll really enjoy getting this one going into the break. He really didn't want to go 4 frames down again.
He's missed that. Just wanted to drift that one along the rail, and he's caught the rail sort of halfway to the pocket. And again, this is the sort of time where Brent needs to take full advantage, and he's basically like, he has to make the 4-frame lead here, and then, like you say, going into the break, it's going to be on Shannon's mind. He'll be spewing.
I honestly think this is a really crucial frame. I think if Reedy takes this out, I really think Shannon is starting to visibly become a little bit more frustrated. You know.
Brent. Because we all know, like, obviously Shannon has a hothead side to him, and Brent pulling that out there to go 4 up would have been big. Would have been real big.
Fair rush of blood there. He's lost control of the white.
He left himself easy on the black.
I think he, he's played that well. Played that well. All right, guys, we're gonna take a little bit of a break now as they. And that one? All right, there we go. We're going to have a break for the next 5 minutes, guys, as they've hit their next 10 frame mark. And then we'll rejoin everyone. There you go, Brad, we're here. Thanks for the commentary, Barney. Second best you heard all night. I can only imagine, Brad, that you want to be the best one on commentary all night tonight from that comment.
Where's Brad?
He's here somewhere. He's here. He was over here somewhere. Yeah, Gus. I think back on the sort of the talk of the Supreme tables and stuff like that. I think there's a lot of change coming for 8-ball Q Sports. You know, there's a lot of good things happening with the IPT and the Pro Series in England. You know, the Supreme tables. There's a real chance to get a standardised table for once. You know, in all Q Sports, whether they be Australia, whether they be England. You know, I really think that there's an opportunity for Australia and other nations to sort of get a standardised table, standardised equipment where everyone's playing on the same, and we don't have that comments of the guys playing on buckets, the cloth is too furry and slow. You know, the English tables are more conductive to that type of pool than the Aussie tables. You know, I really think that rule set and that table over the next few years might just become standardised, and it might be the birth of re-energising the Q Sport following again into sort of a more uniform environment, you know, where all the players are playing the same set of rules, they're playing on the same tables and the same conditions. So time will tell, but we all think that you know, maybe 2 shots is had its time. It's gone a little bit past it, and it's not the world's greatest viewing platform. That anyone that's watched the IPT series over in England knows that Supreme TV has obviously has made for some really good pool. And obviously, you know, you're talking about a handful of the world's best players just constantly trying to go out and go game, and when they don't, your opponent's leaving you nothing with no other visits and going game himself. And it'll be a flow-on effect to see what the game looks like at the B and C grade level and the Masters level and the ladies level as well. But I really think a standardised set of equipment and that new rule set might just revitalise the sport moving to where it wants to go. Brian Markey, how are you, mate? Hopefully you're doing well. I've missed you at the last couple of tournaments. Mark, I heard you're doing some work there with the AEBF. How are you enjoying your time on the national board, the national body? Thanks, mate. We're trying to give some non-biased and proper commentary on the way we see it. It's certainly been an enjoyable match to watch so far. Both players are free-flowing, and they're enjoying sort of the match, and they're settling in, and it's more open pool than everybody thought. You know, when we interviewed a lot of people, they all thought this would be a very slow, long, dour, pocket-blocking match, very tactically played. But it's turned out to be not. It's been more of an open game, and it's been rather enjoyable. A good show of sportsmanship from the players there as they're about to reset this match. We'll go back to our live stream cam. Yeah, and that's a great thing, mate. I completely agree. I saw the AEBF's decision to suspend the Nationals, of course, but I also really think that their decision to go ahead with online Juniors Nationals is a real boost for the kids, you know. I really think that they have the chance to trial something a little bit different and give them a chance to sort of some exposure and look at what the kids' pool's like. I don't know, you probably haven't been on the stream today much, mate, but there was some talk today with young Joshy Hand refereeing a couple of games. And what we've got is an upcoming juniors match to headline to curtain raise one of these money matches in the next coming card. So we very quickly got a lot of sponsors on board, and all of a sudden it's turned into a $1,200 or $1,500 worth of gift cards, you know, to the kids. And there's pledges of some queuing, some coaching packages and mentoring sessions with some of the top players. I really think that, you know, the kids can be excited about having a chance to come down on one of these days and play a few frames on one of these matches under lights and on the stream and have some exposure and get some enjoyment out of what they're doing and the time they're putting into these tables.
Yeah, it would definitely be good to have them under the spotlight on one of the live streams. I know that nowadays, obviously, they get to do it at the Nationals and, you know, different forms of live stream, and there's a lot of parents that put the videos out there on Facebook Live, etc. But it's a different type of feeling when you're playing in the arena. You know, obviously, it's been advertised on Reedy's 8-Ball Q Sports. You've got a good crowd in. I think the juniors that have been mentioned, you know, there's going to be good crowds in there for them.
Yeah.
And because there's going to be other matches with the seniors on the same day, obviously, I think it makes for a good, like you say, a good curtain raiser. It'll give them good experience. And to have that sort of experience at that age is just, yes, it's a great thing, really.
Yeah, look, I think it's something that's been really embraced. From when we first mentioned it, the support it got was really good. You know, I know that you're doing a lot of work with the juniors. You know, Shannon with his Percy Pool School has done a lot of work with the juniors. Previously, Brent's done a lot of coaching with juniors in the Gold Coast and Brisbane and helped a lot of the boys over the years. So, you know, to see those guys giving back and helping develop some of our juniors. Of course, Zach. We had a lovely chance to talk to Zach from Zach's Q Sports before. And not many people know that Zach donates a lot of those cues and really looks after the juniors, you know, and helps them try and develop.
Yeah.
And it's a bit of a selfless thing for him because those are the kind of kids the people that he really likes to sort of support. And I know firsthand that, you know, after talking to Joshy and a few of the other juniors over the years that they really feel thankful for the support that he's given them, you know, whether it be in cues, whether it be in, you know, some donations and raffle prizes and monetary support to help them go to nationals.
That's the Shannon we know.
There you go, see?
He's giving it to the smashers there.
Good finish from Shannon there to get himself back into this match.
Yeah, he didn't even hesitate there to take that black with the rail off the one in the middle. And that's a little bit what I was saying about Shannon isolating himself over there. You know, he's give it the fist pump, he's give it the big shout, but he's like the other side of the room to his supporters.
Yeah, Mac,
to thrive on that adrenaline, like it's something that will give him a good pump.
Yeah.
Be interesting to see if that adrenaline kicks in with his break here. I keep going on about it, but I just want to see him just actually give him a crunch. he's given him a pop this time.
There you go. And look at the difference.
Yeah.
2 balls, a really good split.
And he's not even really thought about it, and he's yellows.
I think yellows are the right balls, but
They're the right balls, but they're like, when you get a split like that and you've just come off that adrenaline rush,
you want to take a second and compose yourself.
I'm in. He didn't even have to think. It was just like he's riding the wave of adrenaline. It's like yellows, I'm going, and I'm going game, and I'm going to get them. And then you just have to control that adrenaline a little bit.
Yeah, it's coming back from the break. He's played 2 good frames.
Yeah.
You know, he hasn't been out of position. He's just taking care of his work. And like you said, you know, you've been asking for him to give that break a bit of a...
Just a bit.
Yeah. Nice little transition here. He just rolls this one through. If he wants to finish high, he can take the top ball. If he finishes low... Oh, he's just lifted up on that one.
Come on, Dom.
Didn't quite commit on that, did he?
No, he didn't. He just
tried to guide it into the pocket a little bit rather than actually give it a bit of commitment.
He's done that a few times though. When he's sort of missed that pot, it seems like he's sort of decelerated and died on the shot, just not giving it the attention that it needed.
And that was what I was talking about there. Like obviously, that little adrenaline rush. He's popped the break. He's got a nice split. He's got an easy out, and in his head, like it's done and dusted.
Yep.
But then it's like you just got to make sure of things like that.
He's got a little bit of angle to work with on this one. He'll just roll it in and pop the white ball off the top rail, come back for the one in the middle. These is one of those ones where you really don't want to be going too hard at it though, because you can easily rattle this one and let him back into the frame. Okay, so he's played to take this one down the rail. So he's going to try and develop that yellow pocket now.
Yeah, he may even go cushion yellow and push the yellow away.
Yep. If he goes cushion yellow, he's likely not going to pot the red though, is he? Unless he hits it fairly thin, because it's fairly high. But he's going to want to move this yellow to open that pocket for the red down under the black.
Cushion, yellow, great shot.
That's okay, very good shot.
He played it in such a controlled way, you know, like that if he didn't, he was going to get the pocket.
Yep.
If he didn't pot it. It's so hard to keep them balls over the pocket on this table. Like,
what's the transition from here? So it looks like he's going to follow this one through and come under the red?
Go bottom cushion and then play the red under the black, past the yellow. Oh, he's hit it.
That's okay. It's not a good result.
He's
He's not the result he wanted, but he's played it in a way that he's kicked it out and developed it to the centre. So
I think he was trying to play that, flick it with a bit of side and go the other side of the red. But yeah, he's landed nice.
yeah, he's played that well. Got a bit of a tester this one. Take it long, just a little bit of bottom and drop below the black for the black in the middle. I think you lose the white ball if you take it to the middle. No, I think he's taken it to the middle.
Just check it off the top rail.
Yeah.
He's gone top rail side down.
Yeah, he's played that really well.
Now this is a tester at 11-10.
Yep. These are ones he's looked pretty solid on all night though, so
yeah.
I haven't seen him sort of miss.
It'd be a bit of a dagger for Shannon because he should have gone level at 11-all.
Yeah, you kind of agree with that, but you see Shannon shaking his head in his chair, and I think he realises he missed an opportunity on that one. You know.
Like you say, he has looked solid on them pots tonight.
Yeah.
Didn't want to trust, you know, just backed his cue in arm and just smashed it in there.
Yeah, I think that, as you can hear from the crowd in the background, there's a good Gold Coast crowd and there's a good crowd behind the smashes as well. So as each player pots another one, you know, it engages their fans and we get some interest back in this game. So
yeah, and obviously the closer we get to the business end of the match, the louder it's going to get. You know, the tension's going to build, the noise is going to build, and then it'll be just a question of who holds himself together the better.
Yeah, the one thing I'm seeing is there's still a lot of ebb and flow in this match. You know, there'll be a lot of chances where Brent will get himself in front by 2 or 3 or 4, and then Shannon will get himself back into the frame, catch back up 2 or 3 frames.
Yeah.
But I think whoever can kick on from that can really take this match by the scruff of the neck and sort of create some space and distance. May eventually win the match. He's going to drop that red in the middle. It's going to quit on it.
Put the yellow in the corner.
There we go.
Now look at that split. Now that yellow's dropped in the corner.
He hasn't got the easiest starter, but you can put this red in the middle down in the bottom corner. So the red just to the left of the black spot.
Does that go between the other reds? You can see that. Oh, yeah.
One on the pink spot.
Yeah, all his eggs in one basket. He'll just cue the ball, play the pot, cue ball will look after itself. He's got the one over the middle pocket and it's back up.
He's played that well. Oh no.
See, I can see what he's done there. He's played it with check to try and hold it from going up the table, but I'm not sure about the pace. I think
it did look like he overhit it. See, this is going to invite Shannon to the table with the reds now.
And now, I mean, they were one shot, but with two shots, he really should be getting these.
Yeah, that's right. You'd expect Shannon to take these out nice and easily.
And as you're talking about the ebb and the flow, you couldn't see it more than in this frame.
Yeah, that's right.
And it is amazing how these matches turn on like such fine lines, fine margins.
Yeah, just a little thin on this one and run up the table. Yeah, good shot. Well hit, well controlled. Drop this one in, the red and across the other side and the black in the corner. There you go. He's even going to stun up, so he'll just stun up and take the black in the opposite centre. Yeah, well played by Shannon. And that's the Shannon that we've seen, pretty free-flowing, and confident of his out. All right, Shannon gets one back to peg back a frame.
Yeah, when he's quick and flowing, that's when he's his most dangerous. Like it just seems when he tries to guide the ball into the pocket is when I don't know if you wouldn't call it a twitch, but he just sort of quits on the shot a little bit.
Yeah. It'd be interesting to see if Shannon really cracks this break again. The last time he had a good result.
He had a good split as well.
Yeah, but he
should have won out. But
he should have won that one. He probably will be kicking himself if he didn't.
Seems to be enjoying himself anyway, Shannon.
Yeah, I think so.
He's gone the soft break again. Soft break.
And
no balls.
Come on, Brent!
What are you liking here, Bunny? There's a little Chinese to come down the table for a couple of those yellow starters. He may end up having to take reds here. I think yellows are the better balls.
No, I don't really feel comfortable when Brent's bridging over balls. He never looks rock solid on them.
I'm probably sure that he'll say the same thing, that he doesn't like queuing over him either.
Yeah. Yeah, he controlled that well. And I think you're right. I think yellows were the better set.
Yeah. I think you're going to see him play a safety here. I think he's just going to take the pocket, leave the white on the bottom rail. Yeah, I think that's the right shot at that point in time. He didn't really have too much of a chase.
He's gone a bit far and left the one in the middle, but obviously Shannon's still got this one down the bottom end of the table to deal with.
Yeah, we can probably go either middle. He can cut the one in the right-hand side and he can run in and kill the yellow on the other one.
So he's looking at playing the bottom red on our screen off the yellow towards the middle. That's what he just started up, but now he looks like he's going to the...
That was the one that I said was open.
That was the one he leaked, yeah.
Yeah. He just wanted that ball to slow down a little bit.
He did, yeah, but he's still got a shot here, Like if he cuts the bottom red into the bottom right corner pocket, he's going to open everything up, really. admit it. One more roll on that one.
Yeah, I think a couple of good pots here and in position, and I think Reedy can easily knock this frame out.
Yeah, this match is really on a knife edge because there seems to be chances in each frame, and once one of the players gets to grips and runs that 2-3 racks, you know, in momentum. Now we're getting to the latter stage of the match. That's going to be a huge gap at that point.
Yeah.
But it just seems like neither one of them wants to actually grab the opportunity right now.
A little bit of a test to this one. He's just going to cut it back to the corner pocket here, but what his transition is to the next ball. Do you think he goes up the table and starts looking to take over the ball up the rail or the one in the middle, or do you try and hold?
He might play his check shot, but it looks like he's going at the table the way he's cueing it.
He's trying to develop that ball. I think he's missed a trick there.
So the two yellows that are tied together, does one of them go in the top corner?
Well, in saying that, I think the way it looks like he's
see the one
cueing
in the middle. Yeah, he's kind of landed like in no man's land a little, really.
Long. Looks like he's taking it to the middle. Oh, went in flush. It's a really difficult angle for us to see, but again, like you said, he's finished in a bit of no man's land, you know. Hitting it that hard, he's really left himself not a lot now.
Yeah, like the pace he played at, I'm not sure whether he was trying to get the cue ball or whether he thought he was getting a cannon. And there's no easy shot now. He's just got to trust his cueing. Yeah, that wasn't easy. I mean, he's playing diagonally across the length of the table. Would have had to cue it really well to pot that. To be fair, if he had got it, he had a regulation out, but big quick on the shot there.
Yeah, but he's done all right. He's developed the red and the black, so he's made his task of potting this out a little bit easier. Little transition here.
This one here, he's just got to focus on the pot. He's got the one over the bottom right. He's always going to be on.
Yeah, he's done that well. He doesn't want to sit on that red.
If you can't see the one over the middle, he's in trouble.
I think he can. It looks like he can get through. He's not sort of doing too much with it. So. Just screw this back and take the... No, he's going to play the bottom first.
Yeah, bottom one, and then he's probably going to land plumb straight on the one in the corner.
Just off the top rail. He's played that nicely.
Yeah, he played it good. Flicked in with a bit of side.
I think that's a real settler for Shannon too, to get back to 12 all.
Let's go!
There he is, encouraging the Smasher boys on. So, like you said again, that ebb and flow in this match. To get back to square, put a bit of pressure back on the scoreboard, get back to level pegging again, and ask Brent some questions.
Yeah, it definitely does. And now that Shannon's back level, obviously, the ball's back in Brent's court, it's his break, time for him to make his mark on the match. It's weird because, with matches like this, you see the players, they come back, they get level, and then all of a sudden they think the work's done. They've fought so hard to get level. And then you'll see, for instance, Shannon's worked so hard to get level that Brent will now pull away 2 or 3 frames. Yep. You see it so many times, where the momentum just doesn't keep flowing for Shannon.
we've seen a bit of a succession of dry breaks. So
that may just be due to the length of the match and the table's just drying up a little bit.
Shannon's out of his seat pretty quickly here. He's got that swagger back and that sort of step in. As we say that, he's just quit on that shot and not given the respect it deserved, and he's rattled it. So that'll give Reedy more sort of chance to now pick off the yellows, I'd say. Yeah, the yellows look like they're definitely the right balls. It's a good shot there. He's just pushed the black past the red to develop it.
Yeah, good chance for Brent to bounce back here. It's just amazing that the chances that are going backwards and forwards in this match.
Yep. Just a little tricky transition on this one. You can play the cannon down here. The one in the middle there just left him sort of with a little bit of work to do to make sure he was decent on the next one. So it's really now personal choice. You can take this one to the right.
You can go so many different ways here.
The yellow on the black spot looks like it goes in the left-hand centre pocket above the red. So we can pot this and doesn't have to do a whole lot. And looks like exactly what he's played for. I think he just rolls this one in. He'll take the one under the black spot. He'll just screw back, play the one into the bottom corner, and then he'll use the last one just to drift up and pop the black in the centre.
Yeah, I think you're right. He's landed a little bit straight on it, so he might be screwing back through past the red.
He's played that well.
Yeah, he controlled it nicely.
Yeah, he didn't have to do too much.
To be honest, I thought he was screwing plumb into the red, so he's obviously pinched a bit in the middle there. Because I was sat right behind the shot, and it looked like he was going to screw directly into
just cheat the pocket a little bit.
Cheated the pocket a little bit, yeah. How are we looking, mate? You'll be on that one?
No, I think that one's perfect. He just rolls this one in, he'll naturally drift up for the black in the centre. He got really nervy, he moved on that ball. Before he'd even hit it, he was moving, and it doesn't surprise me that he hit the black. He just didn't, the red, sorry. He just didn't look settled on that ball at all.
Yeah, and he was flicking it with a lot of side, so whether he thought he needed to play it with side just to swerve it a little bit around the red.
It was definitely on. I think he was probably more trying to kill the pace out of the ball. And just use the flick of it in to maybe not run the white too far up the table and leave an easy black. But yeah, it certainly wasn't what he wanted to.
No, there was a lot of body movement on the shot as well.
This is a bit of a crucial shot here. If Shannon can roll this one in and then the other one in the middle, he can take that red down to the bottom corner with a big pocket. And then the rest are nearly all over bags, so I think it's sort of...
Going to double it?
Oh no, he's played a double. He's going to kill the yellow. Well played there, just to kill that yellow. Bit of a nod over to the smashers. I don't think they really noticed that one. They weren't cheering much.
They weren't cheering much for that one, but it was a very good shot.
It was. It's funny, that little nudge takes that little bit of air out of your opponent, They thought, oh yeah, my next one's over the bag. If he misses, I'm going to need a nice easy visit. No, I think he's okay. I think he takes this one up the top and then just stuns out for the other one. It's fairly natural. We can't get out of position here. Yeah, he's played that well. Just roll this one in, pop it back out, and the black goes in the middle.
Even that one there is just a little bit jabby.
Yeah.
Just nothing seems to be being struck with authority at the moment. So the black's in, and Shannon takes the lead for the first time in a long time. Has he been in the lead in the match at all?
He led early. Yeah, I think he was He was 3-1 up. So I think he was ahead early, and then Brent nicked a few and got back. I think Brent was back to 8-3 or 8-4, and then Shannon got a little bit screwed. I think they took the break at 6-4.
6-4, yeah.
And I think then Brent went to 8-4 or 8-5 up, and I think he may have got to 4 or 5 frames in front. But Shannon's done really well to peg this back and put his nose in front. And again, I mean, I know we've spoken a lot about the break, and it'll be interesting to see what he does with this. You know, does he go back to just nursing the break and stopping the white at the table? Because it's not worked for him.
No, it hasn't.
You know, the one time he's had a go at the break, he's potted 2 balls and nearly ran the rack. So, you know, I'm kind of with you. I think if I was Shannon, I'd be having a go at this rack.
It's just frustrating me because, you know, like if you're going to tap the break that softly, dumping the white in the middle pocket is criminal.
Yeah.
Like to have that little pace on the cue ball, there's no way the cue ball should be going towards the middle pocket.
Yeah.
And especially when he's just had his first, you know, he's fought so hard to get in front. And like you say, the break when he did crunch him, he made 2 balls, should have run out off the break.
Yeah, I think there's still plenty of pool. They're only halfway through this now, Swagman, so they're a little over half.